Oops, I forgot I wasn't on mic, guys. Let's try that again. Hey, guys, this is Kyle Owens with Game Master. How you guys doing today? Today, we're going to be watching a YouTuber called Mangs. He's a very famous YouTuber who does Fire Emblem and another video game for the Game Boy Advance. I forgot what it's called. I have actually played it before. I just don't remember the name of it. So we're going to be watching his live stream. He's going to be doing Clash and Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I'm going to have my camera facing him. I'm going to be commentating here and there. Now, if he is as good as what he seems to be, he'll get done in under 10 turns. If he gets stuck battling it out, slight chance of still doing it, but very unlikely. Now, I've actually Ironmanned Clash twice. Now, the first time I did my Ironman through Clash, we got to the end game, and I made a small little mistake because I had Ike taking on Bryson and King Ashnard simultaneously. And so I should have used a Vulnerary or an Elixir on him, and then I fluked it. When I mess up an Ironman and Fire Emblem, I just delete the whole thing and start over. I actually gave up on doing Ironmans on Maniac mode setting for Path of Radiance. So I'm no longer doing Ironman runs for that, but I have done Clash a few times where we've actually gotten in 6 turns. Completed it on the Maniac mode setting. So I'm going to be watching his live stream. I'm going to be commenting here and there. And we should get his full stream as well. And this is also Jack, my co-host for the channel. I have some pizza rolls. We have some Mountain Lightning over here. And he was supposed to be live about a half hour ago, and he hasn't. So let's go ahead, maximize this. Let me check here what it's looking like. We'll go ahead and pull up the actual thing here. Actually, what am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Let's just go ahead and open up that OBS. Let's go to... what is it? Screen capture somewhere. Yikes. Stream or Steam? No. Should be able to do this like that. Just screen capture it, right? And then I will come on over here, I think. Let's see what that's looking like. No, check it on my phone here. Yeah, he's a half hour late. I'm not in his members club or anything, but I think I subscribed to this guy quite a while ago. Let's see what that's looking like. Yeah, so I've subscribed to him quite a while ago, and I totally forgot that I subscribed to this guy. And then he was oh, yeah, no. Let's get a different one. Screen display capture. There we go. That should be fine there. And then we'll switch over here and we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, so his name, his online name for his YouTube channel is Mangs, M-A-N-G-S. I've only watched a little bit of his content, but he's very famous. He has thousands of watchers during his live streams. There's 262 waiting right now. Like I said, he's a half hour late. It was supposed to be at 1 p.m. So it's 1:37 p.m. now, at least where I'm at. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and he has thousands of watchers. We'll just wait here. I'm almost out of the pizza rolls I made, so let me see about putting my camera back over here where it's supposed to be. Yeah, and what I'll do is I don't want to copy his content verbatim, so what I'll do is I will probably here and there pause it and just kind of put my 2 cents in on his strategy and his moves and whatnot for this. Now, I will say that there are some, I'm not super technical like some of the things he's been talking about. So, like, some of his strategy in the game goes a little bit deeper than my own. So, I'm talking about, like, mathematical equations and stuff like that. No, I do superficially cover those mathematical equations, but not in depth and detail like Mangs and some other Fire Emblem streamers for Maniac mode runs, Ironman runs. Yeah, so we're still waiting here. Let me see. We should be able. Let me see if I can get my camera back the way it was. And let me. I'm checking on my phone here, guys, making sure. Yeah, that should be okay. I'm actually gonna plug my phone into. We're still waiting for him to start here. And then, let's see, let me go ahead and change this. I think we'll maximize this just a little bit. Now, I'll adjust it when he gets going, too. Yeah, but let's see what he does here, if he ever gets in here. He claimed he was doing something else.
Kill most of the time.
Oh. He actually already started it. He's been going for a half hour now, huh? Let's start from this one.
Oh, no.
Let's ×2 his stuff.
Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no delaying it now. There's no putting it off now. We're here. Chapter 26. Flash. Listen to this music, man. It's foretelling the dread that's about to come. Our death counter's going to be going up quite considerably after this, I think. Sorry about being late. I was playing a game on Monsters by Web. I had a really, really fun match against the Jake player. And I had my flag superpower lined up to blast his medium times and take his base. And I rolled nothing but crap. 1 damage, 2 damage. Just flag things, man. Just flag things. I don't know why I keep playing flag. Because I love randomness. But, yeah, that's just how it goes. Oh, well, I resigned. I mean, you can't really survive a turn like that. Yeah, abysmal dog shit. Flag game. Hey, from Toomsa. Hey! I'm going to that. He's the Toomsa. I actually have family in Toomsa. Scary music. Remember to skip Storm Report. I'll try not to this time. I really will try not to. Oh, you guys broke my chat again. Let me redo it real quick.
So Mangs has lost
not really.
most of his paladins, most of his mountain units already, which I think is a huge mistake going into
yeah, a very good example, actually. Very good
Clash. Because your mounted units,
it's Clash time.
If you don't use a Master Seal on them, level them up naturally, Clash change them.
Send a super chat. Mangs, Gaiden is calling us. This is the team of Gaiden right here, guys. This is the Gaiden thing playing in the background.
As long as their defenses are high enough, they will continuously heal themselves over and over, especially if you equip them with all hand axes or all
more like Crash, am I right?
Lances.
Let me reset. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's begin, guys. In a valley amidst the Marhout range, Icon Company are reunited with King Cainigus of Gallia. King Tibarnophonesis who arrives and brings with him a disturbing tale. His words serve notice. There is no time to waste. The final showdown with Ashmont is coming. Between the forces of King Mufasa, grants them before returning home and the soldiers King Tibarn the Crimean army possesses 3 times the fighting power it did when it was left Benyon. Even so, the Dane forces encamped in the capital are strong, rested, and comparable in number. In addition, the road to the final confrontation is blocked by 2 formidable obstacles, Fort Pinel and Nados Castle. How these 2 tests are faced will mightily affect the course of the war. You said Mufasa's name twice, you can stay all your controversial. That's how it works. Power level reveal. There we go. I see. So Crimea and Gallia finally joined forces, have they? Half-breeds and humans fighting side by side. How sweet. In addition, it seems like the incident with the Harem Princess has brought more Phoenicians to the struggle as well. Oh, the Hawk King is getting involved, eh? Which means that the Crimean army's strength of all arms is all equal to our own and growing daily. Of course, this pathetic ragline is still no match for our superior leadership and skill. Things are getting interesting, are they not? But I am still unsatisfied. I am ready to watch you beat this beautiful chapter. I'm ready to watch you beat this beautiful chapter, or difficult chapter. Also, have you played any of the GBA Final Fantasy games? I like 5 and 6 the most. No, the only experience I have with Final Fantasy is watching my wife play the remake, the FE7 remake. I'm not big on Final Fantasy.
Let's just get to the actual map here, guys.
You must count this Gauntlet off the Thunder Saga. Maybe I will add something to the end of it if I reach the end. Do you think Boyd is living this chapter? That's a big one. Let's look at the state of our roster. Like, I don't think he's going to count strength or defense, but speed and skill is nice. Raceness level 14, he's getting close to cap at level 20. I'm glad I still have him for Clash. It's very hard to beat Clash without him. Volk is actually pretty damn good. He's only level 7 too. Braum is phenomenal. He has 2. Like, there are more enemy soldiers than we expect.
Okay, so it looks like when he went in there, Queen Alencia comes in at the start of the game. So he did actually go back to base. It looks like here. So it looks like he's in base right now, I believe.
She does have some pretty phenomenal growth rates. If all of her 3 retainers would be alive, then she would get the Amity, which is I guess only Miss can use it. Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
give the sleep staff.
Yeah.
He's doing the sleep staff can. Okay.
He's doing the item trade. So it's an option on the map where you can trade the items on the map. I like to go back to base and swap my items, especially when new characters come in. So he's getting everything ready, prepared and everything. Now, one thing I've noticed is he forged a lot of weapons in this entire run, and that is something that I don't usually forge weapons at all. But that's something he really did. Here, have another one. Yeah, he's spent a lot of gold on weapon forgings. Yeah, he's definitely playing a lot differently than what I would. Another thing I noticed is he was being really ballsy with Jill very early on in his run. But he was either lucky or skilled enough to get her defenses up high enough that ballistas don't even damage her. And they're supposed to be super effective against flying units. So, he did a few things right, even though he was really ballsy with Jill. Let's go ahead and
continue. Useful, but I need the other staves. But what I'll do is I'll have Ranulph be a bit of a pack mule. He can kill this guy with her 11 movements. This guy is usually also able to get killed, but this guy I find hard to kill most of the time. I remember there being a perch too, but maybe I'm hallucinating that. Die release lane. Jill can probably kill him on turn 1. Har might even be able to do it. Jill might also be able to kill this guy with her 11 movements. This guy is usually also able to get killed, but this guy I find hard to kill most of the time.
So he's saying that he finds it hard to kill the Sage there. So he's automatically contemplating battling all these guys, and that's with his setup and units, he doesn't have to do that at all. So in the last couple of chapters, there's a house up there, and in his live stream, he said he didn't remember what was in the house, but it was actually a savior. Now, savior is an ability that you can equip to your units. So when they rescue another unit, they don't lose. Their weight doesn't increase. They don't lose. When you're carrying one of your teammates, you sometimes get hit twice, and it's harder to evade an attack in the actual battle. But Savior eliminates those downfalls. So with how he has Jill right now, he could technically have Jill rescue Ike, fly up diagonally and just over the cliff and drop Ike. And then the one Bishop will have most likely use a sleep stave on one or the other. And then he could actually carry it on from there. So he could actually complete Clash in 3 turns with his particular setup he has. 4 turns, maybe.
I remember there being a perch too, but maybe I'm hallucinating that. There's a bunch of paladins, and more will spawn from here, and they're incredibly durable with over 20 defense and speed. Hard to double, hard to kill, even with pole axes or magic. Lots of short axes that can be stolen here, which is nice. The enemy general Bertram is very scary. He has a rune sword, so he heals himself. He has dodge, so he reduces hit and crit to anyone who comes close to him. He's got 25 defense, so he is not easy to kill. But you can trick him into using his spare. He'll usually equip his spare if you attack him with a sword unit, so that is good. He will also heal himself with this elixir, so just a really rough boss to kill in general. He has red.
Whoa. He's talking about stealing
so, he is not easy to kill. But you can trick him into using his...
Hold on. So this is already a flaw that I've seen him talking about. He's contemplating messing around with it. Like, this is a survival map. This is not a mess around, try to steal all the items you can map, right?
Spare. He'll usually equip his spare if you attack him with a sword unit. So that is good. He will also heal himself with this elixir, so just a really rough boss to kill in general. Yeah, it's running, by the way, spoiler. It's a
Okay, that's his accent. I apologize. Yeah, that's his accent. He said spear, not steel. So
Lynch is
he's not talking about steel in the spear.
So you can, there are multiple ways to deal with Clash. You can rush the boss, which I have done before, or you can do kind of like a slow and steady pace where you kind of make your way through the center and try to take running down. Oh, Uncle, sorry. But generally speaking, you don't want to drag Clash out. Clash has 1 million reinforcements. Again, there are over 100 enemy units that can show up in total. On like turn 12, you get like these insane death squads with like 8 paladins and 8 wyvern lords. Not only are they hard to kill, but you'll also like deplete your weapons if you go too long. Like I've literally had people run out of equipment on Clash. That's how insane Clash is. Who is her dad? I think he died or something. So let me see if Har is in range to kill this guy. I think he is. Yeah, he should be. Which...
All right, so let's kind of take a look at what units he has. So he has that's Zyhark. He's using Zyhark. That's very odd. So like I said, he lost most of his paladins already. So you can see down here in the bottom right, he has a really nice setup here. This progress tracking bar, I guarantee, is not accurate because he's more than 75% through the game, and it's saying under that. And then also in his previous live streams, I believe he had 72 something, unless he... Oh, yeah, he lost one. So his remaining units may actually be correct, but his progress bar definitely is not. Unless that progress bar is tracking, like, the actual data that makes up the entirety of the game, including the bonus maps that you only get from hooking up your Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games to the GameCube. Now, he's running on Dolphin. Now, you can technically do that with real hardware, or you can just emulate it entirely to get those bonus maps. So on our channel here, Game Master, we actually have all those bonus maps completed on this channel, so you check those out. You just go over to the playlist here. So, yeah, let's take a look. So, since most of his units have died that are mounted units. So, Gatry, he lost Gatry early on. Kieran, he lost Kieran early on. That's a mounted unit. Astrid's a mounted unit. Maklov is a mounted unit. Oscar's a mounted unit. He's also already lost Tanith. So, I mean, just those 3 paladins. So, I've talked about it many times before. Titania is maybe stronger in the beginning of the game, but in the end game, she's actually the lowest stat paladin in the game. Like, she may be maybe even a little bit less than Joffrey. Just depends on, like, how it happens, especially if you're randomizing. Now, this guy here, Mangs, he's actually doing randomized stats. And now, that's actually how I prefer to do mine as well. However, in my current Maniac mode run, which is not an Ironman, I decided to do fixed. But yeah, I generally prefer randomized like he does. But the thing is, when you lose this many paladins on an Ironman run, you run into problems. So paladins and Valkyries are the only units. So you only get one Valkyrie in the game, and that's Miss. So you get her to class change. She class changes into a Valkyrie. She's basically a mounted unit in the game. You can equip a cult to her, just like you can with paladins. Now, a cult is something where you get soul and aether combined, which basically is the same ability that Ike gets after his class change, and you apply a cult to him. That basically means about, most of the time you strike or counterattack, you basically heal yourself. And so paladins and Valkyries are the only other units besides Ike. So Ike, Mist, and your paladins are the only ones that can use that ability in the game. And so when you lose this many units, mounted units, you lose the ability to make an effective clash run. Now, it's likely he can still do it because the amount of characters he has is phenomenal, especially 2 knighted units here. So he has Brahm, which Brahm's defenses are exceptional, and then he also has Taronio up here. And he's also like he's basically spamming. I don't say spamming. That's a negative connotation there, but he's taking Rayson and he's continuously using what he calls Super Bird. That's basically Rayson transforming into his Lagoo's bird form. And so on Chapter 15, he stole a bunch of Lagoo stones. So you can actually steal with your thieves those Lagoo stones from the Lagoos, and they have one use, unlike the 2-use Lagoo stones you get in the game. So you actually get, I believe, 3 different Lagoo stones that have 2 uses each, and then you can steal the single-use ones in Chapter 15 from those Lagoos. And then so that's what he's been doing. He's been continuously using those stolen ones throughout the game to transform Rayson into his bird form. And then he'll position his allied units like around there, so then Rayson can come in there, use this dance, his chant, and allow these 4 units to move again. And so he's been using that probably more than anything else in the game, to continuously allow his units to get extra moves here. So that's one thing he's really been doing hardcore, is continuously reviving their moves within a single turn to allow his units to move again. But like I said, I will say that that may not be enough for what he's doing here, because he's lost Kieran, or Kyran, he's lost Astrid, he's lost Maklov, and he's lost Oscar down here. And as you guys can see my mouse cursor, you guys can't. So Oscar down here, he's the green-haired one. Maklov is the purple-haired one. Astrid is the female, the 4th one over where his deaths are. And then Kyran is the 3rd one over on his bottom right. So those are 4 paladins that could have had the occult ability equipped to them, and also potentially would have had higher stats than his Titania. So like I've talked about many times before, if you take a Cavalier and level them up to level 20, and then again to level 1 more up to class change without using a Master Seal at all, and then level those Paladins up to level 20, they will be much higher stats than Titania at level 20 Paladin. And I've compared this before in my Ironman Maniac mode runs when I had those Paladins. So you're like, she can be 7 levels higher than your other Paladins, and her stats will only be about equal to those other Paladins. So if you don't use a Master Seal and you level them up naturally to get those stats before the class change, and then class change and level them up, all of those Paladins are actually going to be more powerful than Titania. And so he basically, I won't say he intentionally did it, but he basically lost the ability to use those 4 Paladins that are technically more powerful than Titania in the end game. And also, he doesn't have the ability to have Soul equipped. So on the map currently, his current roster is Joffrey and Titania for mounted units. And those 2 units, I don't believe he has a cult equipped to Joffrey. I believe he has the one ability that allows him to get double XP. So that right there is already a flaw if he didn't change that. And then Titania, he might have a cult on Titania. But it's not going to be enough, because her stats overall just are not good enough to tank in an Ironman Maniac mode run of Clash.
Means Jill can probably... I think I'm going to try to aim to have Jill kill this guy on turn 2 if I can. Joffrey is actually going to be responsible for dealing with the Paladins in the north, so Joffrey's going to go like this.
So he's talking about using Joffrey to deal with the Paladins in the north, because we have a group of Paladins that are coming down. One of them has silver bow, one of them has a silver sword, a couple other bows. So I think the issue with that is I don't believe he's leveled up Joffrey enough to handle that. And if he did not take that ability off of Joffrey to equip Joffrey with an occult, Joffrey has 0 chance of survival there.
Yes, and he's going to be pulling a lot of these guys. I might even smite him with Ronolf on turn 1. Rayson's going to spend the first turn becoming Super Bird. Brom's gonna go left. Titania and Boyd are gonna go in the middle. This is scary. I don't know if Boyd will survive Clash. I really don't know if he will. But I'll try to keep him close to Brom. Like, if he could stay within range of Brom and Titania, he actually gets considerable bonuses, as you can see right here. Everyone else is pretty much on support duty. Everyone else is pretty much on support duty. Stefan, Ileana, Taronio, Miriam, Volk. Volk's gonna try and steal as many things as he can. Yeah, the extra move Intellis is nice against Siege Tomes, absolutely.
So if you guys didn't catch that reference, he's talking about using Volk to steal Siege Tomes from the Sages. So his objective, I believe... Oh, actually you can't. Yeah, you can. So if you put a unit like within range, they will attack with their other tome and leave the Siege Tome unequipped, so that will allow him to steal. So he's talking about stealing the Siege Tomes.
Seahark can give 5 bonus to Brom, I don't know, or maybe to Ileana. Seahark is probably just going to be Ileana's bodyguard, I think. How big shall the bloodbath be? We will see. I could pull off a perfect clash. That would be fun.
You could.
But let's see. Alinsha. I think instead of Mend, I'd like her to have the recover if possible. I think I gave the recover to Mist. She doesn't need it. In fact, I think I might just put the Sleep Staff on Mists. What's her magic? 20? Okay, that's good. Ileana has 23, actually, so maybe we should actually put the... Ileana might actually be able to... No, you know what? We could try with the... No, what's Alinsha's magic? 12? Okay, that's pretty bad. We could try this. Sleep Stun on Ileana.
He's still preparing. He's getting his units
as well.
ready. Let's go and skip ahead.
So we got 3 restore users. That should be... Shall we make answer?
Turn the ground soft with blood. Make a grief.
We'll know the truth. Then we can discover for ourselves. Oh, okay. Alright, Brom. So first thing we're going to do...
Okay, so the first mistake I've noticed him doing is he's taking his other units that are not Ike and making them offensive. Now, he did basically specify he was going to have the rest of his units serve as supports. I'm assuming that also includes, like, a defensive stance.
Charge Brom forward. Equip the Forged Class Javelin. The Spare actually has more might and crit, believe it or not, but it has less hits. Let me see. What's the difference? Wow, the Spare actually one-runs these guys, so I'm actually going to start with the Spare. Alright, Brom with his 20+-ish resistance should be fine. Now, I always mark most enemies at the start of Clash to get a bit of an idea of how, because you need to be careful with your scrubs so they don't, like, accidentally... But actually, yeah, it looks like Har can actually... Alright, this is nice. Yeah, Har can actually take out this guy. I'm gonna see if Janov can take him out, actually. Janov sometimes can. Well, almost. Let's see, what kind of support bonuses does Har and Jill get? That's pretty good. Oh, here we go again. Armor Slayers. Oh no, Armor Slayers. Alright, first combat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we still have growths enabled. What the? What the? Oh, there we go.
Now that was a good
then
first
we gotta
move.
watch these guys. Check biorhythm. You know, just for you guys, I will do that. Good, good, bad, bad, neutral, bad. There you go. All the biorhythms. But what about enemy biorhythms? No, I'm not gonna check that enemy biorhythm. That's too much.
Yeah.
Flame Lance, Jill.
Ooh, nice. Very nice, Mangs. Very nice.
Alright, it's a nice little pop spot for her. I'm gonna aim to have Jill kill this guy. right, Joffrey. So, does he have a Pure Water? He does. His rest is still not great, though. It's a lot of... Yeah. So I'm going to put Joffrey over here. Again, his goal is to deal with the Paladins. So I'm going to put him right here. Give him the Clash. Turns out the spare is actually better.
I want to see this. Like, how are you going to do this?
So I'm going to lead with the spare. Oh.
So Joffrey's level 16, which means he didn't really level up since he got him. Not a whole lot. And I don't know if he has a cult equipped to him or not, or if he has his original ability for a double XP. So this is gonna be really interesting to see.
The Pure Water. It's gonna be a big turn for Joffrey boy right here. 27 defense. Laguston on Raisin gets Super Bird immediately. Careful of the fighter. Don't worry, I'm gonna have Titania help out. So I'm gonna have Boyd probably kill this guy if he can. Okay, that's actually pretty good. But I think I'll use probably use a Silver Bow. Ooh, was that a kill? I don't think so. I think it's 56, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to use the Brave, but I'll probably move in Titania first, I think.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
I'll move in Boyd first, actually.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Boyd needs
that.
to kill this guy. Aw, I didn't want him to get killed there, but I guess it's a target for Alinsha to heal.
Oh, yeah, you must.
This increases the odds that Titania will be able. Nah. Maybe she can get the kill. Nice. Good job, Titania.
Critical. Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Now sending Boyd up there against Siege Tomes with no Pure Water is might be a little cocky. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So this should be a safe spot for Alinsha. But as you can see, her physic range is not that good. But at least she can help heal Boyd up a little bit.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay. I think I might just shove Ike so that I can get Ike in range of Titania. Also a little wary about Boyd. I think... if only we had the ward staff. I know, right? I know. Shinon does not double these halberdiers, sadly. If he had one more speed, he would have. Rip Titania. We will see. But yeah, no, I think I'll start by just shoving Ike. So I can get Ike in range of Titania. We obviously got a Pure Water Ike. Who has the Lagoose card? I think it's Boyd, right? No, wait. Who did I put the... Did I not put the Lagoose card on anyone? That's a big mistake. I think I may not have put the Lagoose card on anyone.
Not a big deal, Mangs. Not a big deal. You only have a few Lagoos in this chapter. I can
we get an enemy unit left counter? I do have the remaining units in the whole series below my progress, but that may not be what you want. So yeah, everyone else we want to kind of keep far away. No, you have two of them. You have two. So we can put some enemies to sleep. No point in doing it on the first turn, but it's well worth considering for the future.
And see,
yeah, we don't really want...
I would defer on his view on that. So if you have a sleep save, so he has Ileana. Ileana's now a sage. And he chose the staves for her instead of like the knives. So she can use the sleep stave. The sleep stave, if you're not familiar in the Fire Emblem 9 and 10 games, or at least in the 9, I know for sure, it's very hard to actually hit the enemy units. So you can use all three sleep uses of the sleep stave and never hit an enemy to put them to sleep. So that's his first mistake. He said there's no point in doing it on the first turn. I would say if you are worried about enemies coming in or you want to take care of them quickly, the foundation, which is the enemy line here on all sides, those are probably the ones you need to take care of quickest and soonest. So he should have used the sleep stave, and even if it because it has a high chance of missing, so he should want to disable and kill as many units as quickly as possible with how he is doing his particular run. So he's not sending Ike up there and doing it in 4 turns, and he's not rescuing and using Savior and flying him over the cliff, which he could do with Jill on this one. Jill is able to do that on this one. So he can, with his setup, he can actually do it 2 different ways to get Ike up there and complete this in about 6 turns. And he's not doing it that way. He looks like he's battling it out, and since he's playing it this particular way, the mistake is not trying to use the sleep stave on the first turn.
Anyone else to be in enemy range on the first turn. We want our carries to be taking the brunt of the damage here. That's why I mark all enemy ranges. Okay. Here we go, guys. Aw, really? Why would you go for Joffrey?
Yeah.
I guess weapon triangle. But you know what? More experience for Joffrey, so I don't actually mind this. Oh, Joffrey, please level defense again. I would love you for it. Defense, 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 defense. Come on. Yes! I might get a defense transfer Joffrey for Radiant Dawn. That's actually huge. That's actually huge for some of the Joffrey missions, like Joffrey's Charge.
I will say one thing. Mangs has taken exceptional care of his units and their stats. So he's very technical with their stats. He's used his stat boosting items on characters that needed it. So I personally, I like to overuse Ike, especially in an Ironman, especially in a Maniac mode setting. And so I will use almost all the stat boosting items on Ike after his class change, and I will just save them until after his class change. But he's done it differently. He's done it more technically than what I generally do in my runs. And he's taken really good care of his characters and their stats. So I will say that.
So Joffrey's going to deal with all of these paladins right here, hopefully giving Jill some time to dart past them. Now, I did not put a ranged weapon on Titania. I should have put the Clash Axe on her. Probably one of my... I hope there's not that many 1-2 rangers in the middle there, though. Actually, there is. Fuck. Can you explain transfers? You can transfer your save file. Anyone who's level 20 who have kept stats will give a +2 bonus to that stat in Radiant Dawn. It's that simple. They also transfer a little bit of their weapon ranks. Oh, no. Yeah, buddy. Sorry, but that's not going to work.
Yeah, so he's talking about transfers onto Radiant Dawn. So Radiant Dawn is the game that came out after Path of Radiance. It's part of that timeline of Fire Emblem. So you can see at the bottom of his screen he has all the Fire Emblem games listed. So Fire Emblem comes out in like timeline. So like Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn is one timeline, whereas a couple of these are actually remakes, and they fall into, so like Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, that's #1 game, and then it came out on DS in the United States, so it's basically a remake of that game. That would fall into the timeline of that one. And then I believe, I could be mistaken, but I believe the 4 for Super Nintendo, well, technically Super Famicom, are part of the same timeline. I could be wrong on that. And then I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, but I haven't played any of the newer ones. So anything after the Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon for DS, I have not played. But we will get to those on this channel. Yeah, so he's talking about transfers. So if you're on physical hardware, if you complete Path of Radiance, and you get level 20, you get your character's level 20, and they're still alive on that memory card, you put it into your Nintendo Wii and physical Radiant Dawn disc. You basically, those you get like +5 HP to those characters in Radiant Dawn, and then +2 on all the stats over to those characters in Radiant Dawn, because a lot of the characters in Path of Radiance are also in Radiant Dawn. So basically, if you do really well in Path of Radiance and you take that save file over to Radiant Dawn, all your characters get stat boosted. So you can do this on Dolphin Emulator, which is what he's doing as well. So he's basically having that. Now, I do have a run, so US hard mode on this channel. We did that as an Ironman run. And for the bonus maps, we actually, so on this channel, I stream from Nintendo. So I own the actual games on an SD drive that plugs into my Wii U, and we stream that on this channel. But, and, you know, I use a GameCube controller and all that stuff on the Wii U. And I can take that save file from my card or my drive, my SD card from the Wii U, and I can plug it into my computer, and then I can load that save file onto Dolphin Emulator. And that's how we did that for the bonus maps in Path of Radiance that you would generally have to have a physical Game Boy game connected to the GameCube or the Dolphin emulator. So we were able to just do it that way and transfer save files to get those bonus maps and play the same characters I played on my Wii U on Dolphin emulator. So yeah, he's doing Dolphin emulator. You can do the bonus transfers and all that through Dolphin or physical hardware. Same difference.
Are you going to use the Arm Staff in Shadow Dragon? Yeah, that's just like a one-use staff. I think that's fine to use. Yeah, Brom's not going to level much his last 2 levels. He's capped most of his stats, so his levels are going to be a little boring, but you know how it is. Oh no, 3 damage Armor Slayer. It's a long time I caught up with this era due to being on a long vacation. My laptop can't watch streams. Oh, that is a shitty laptop. My goodness. This is what playing with boars feels like. I ain't never had a boars this good. I don't know what you're talking about. Norian guy, remember for 87 months, no one comes close to me. You actually have the diamond egg. In fact, I actually think we need a new egg just for you. The Ox is another $2. Brom took damage. It's so over. I know, right? It just tells you how insane the enemies of Clash are, but they can actually damage Brom. Now imagine someone with like 20 defense trying to do this. They're not. Clash enemies do so much damage. Even Brom can get chipped down in Clash. Like, that's why you need a 30 defense unit for this map. Perfect damage, and say...
Yeah, and one thing I want to talk about too, so I made the mistake in my last Ironman Maniac mode run in Clash, giving Ike the Sonic Sword. Now, I didn't know it, but I learned the hard way that Sonic Sword don't do shit in Clash on a Maniac mode setting. And Mangs already knew that, so he had actually mentioned that in his last live stream a couple days ago. So yeah, don't make the mistake of bringing Sonic Sword on Ike into Clash, thinking, yeah, it's going to do freaking awesome, because it don't. Don't do it.
Giving us fair use to boot. Or reinforcement turns or zone-based? I think most Clash reinforcements are zone-based. Oh, sorry, turn-based. Yeah, I think almost every Clash reinforcement is turn-based. Yeah, Tyronio needed Wrath and Resolve to do what Rom is doing, and he almost died, because it's hard to get Tyronio to 30 defense. He usually will have around 25 for Clash. 25 is not going to cut it for Clash. You need 30. Like, imagine if all of these enemies had dealt 5 extra damage to Brom. It would have been very, very bad. Like, he would have been at, like, 10 health now. So those extra 5 points of defense matters a lot. One thing I will say that I kind of like about Clash is that it's probably the one map in Fire Emblem where having cap defense matters. On Maniac mode. There are very few other Fire Emblem games where having cap defense actually matters. And here you can see Brom's biggest weakness, 3% crit. It is a problem.
Now, he does have a good point. Yeah, if you cap your defense, even if you don't cap your defense and you bring in multiple paladins with the Colt and like hand axes and javelins, they will continuously attack and counterattack both directly and indirectly and continuously heal themselves. So you actually don't have to have your defenses capped for paladins that have a Colt, as long as you actually still have them. He actually lost all of his paladins, so he doesn't have that luxury afforded to him in this run. However, I will say that if you are in his situation, you don't have your paladins anymore, you don't have the luxury to have those paladins and have a Colt and do it what I just said, then yeah, defense means everything in Clash. But that's the only exception, is if you still have your paladins and you have a Colt equipped to them, you don't need to cap your defenses on your paladins that way.
It is such a big problem. Bolting can wreck him. He has the same problem against the dragons of the endgame. The dragons actually deal enough damage to bypass his defense, and they have crit on him. And my Brom got killed by a dragon. So his dog shit luck is actually a problem. Well, that's a crit. Or it's just a Soul Proc, I think. You didn't arrive late, my man. Clash just started. We're on turn 2. Okay. Wait a minute. I actually think if someone clears up this fighter, Joffrey can actually loop around and kill this Meteor Sage. And then I can go elsewhere with Jill. What I could do with Jill, this is very risky, but I could also like go and take out this guy. But I don't need to kill him right yet, so it's probably not needed. So yeah, Brom is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, so he's talking about bringing Jill up over the ledge, but not in the way that I had talked about. So I talked about it with him applying Savior to Jill and having Jill rescue Ike and then flying Ike up over the edge and then dropping him. So he's talking about sending Jill by herself up there, and I think he's not accounting for the bishop with the sleep stave. So Jill, I believe Jill, her stats, her evasiveness is pretty good, but she's also a very heavy unit, and that sleep stave, that bishop, is very good at hitting, especially units like Jill. So if he does do that and bring Jill up over the edge, that bishop with the sleep stave is likely to use that sleep stave on Jill, put Jill to sleep, and not miss her. And that bishop would likely do it before using his physics staff. So if he does it his way, he might be screwed. Now, units would gather around Jill while she's asleep and attack her. But Jill's defenses are exceptional, so she would likely just survive until she wakes up.
He does need some healing, though. So we do need to try and do that. But yeah, once again, we want to mark all the enemies. So there's not because, again, if one enemy makes it past your back line, they can kill the Lynch. And that's not good. Wait, can Braum actually reach us? Oh, if he gets a shove. Oh my god. Ronald can shove Braum, and then we can kill. The Blizzard guy isn't really the problem, it's this guy. If we could smite Braum, he could actually go and kill this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna heal him first, don't worry, but we also want to think about our Super Bird. I think I would like to race him as long as he's not in Blizzard range. Will usually be fine as long as he's surrounded by plenty of guys. But I think we want to probably aim to dance here. We could always rescue him or something with Janov. So I think we want to aim to dance on this tile right here because that allows Ike to go kill the sniper. Silverblade Ike. Can Taronia take a hit? He can take some hits. He's more durable than most of our guys, but he still dies to 7, 8 enemies. Yeah, if we can take out this guy, then Joffrey can actually loop around and kill that guy, and that's very helpful. So I think I will actually do that. I think Jill is going to need to do it. So, and Jill can then be part of the dance, I think, right? Yeah, she can. That's actually wonderful. This is why we forge Clash Indexes, guys. Who can take hits on the north without dragging the southwest units? We'll see. But yeah, this is actually really good. This means Joffrey can now do this, which is exactly what I wanted him to do. But I'm going to use the Forge Javelin for a guaranteed hit. We got to take out these Siege Tomes, because they'll wear down our frontliners, like Braum. Let us know when you need chat to form a Spirit Bomb. Oh, probably soon. And then we can back off a little bit so we don't go into Siege Tome range.
Take out the warrior with the bow. There you go. There you go. Come on, man. You got dude.
Let's see if maybe we can fire off a Titania crit on this guy.
Oh no!
Useless soul crit. Titania has not fallen off. She is still very useful. Saying that she's fallen off is absolutely absurd, man.
So yeah, he does have.
There's something we could potentially do here. It will probably kill Toronio, and we're not guaranteed to succeed, but. I put too much gear on him. That's the problem. I don't really want to sack units with so much gear on them. Same thing with the Demiban on Ronald. I guess the Lynch check can be part of this dance. Lesser heal twice. Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Who else is going to use the Demiban? That's a good point, really. But because I dance for Jill, I actually think Jill can go and take out that Sage. She can. Very nice. That's phenomenal. Beautiful, Jill. I'm going to use the Clash Axe. I'm not going to risk missing this. Lord Meng Squad. No, Rayson can't use the Demiban. Herons can't use it. I swear to God, I think I get 5 people every stream telling me to put the Demiban on Rayson. It doesn't work. I don't know why so many people keep telling me to do it. And it's not like it works in Radiant Dawn either, so I don't really know why people get this idea. Demiban on Rayson. Demiban on Rayson. Demiban on Rayson. Oops. Gotta make sure I don't end the Lynch in range of the enemy. But yeah, if I Ronolf, let's see how he does here. He does get doubled, so he might die. But honestly, Ronolf, it's worth it, I think, to take out the final Siege Tome user. I think it's very worth it. Because now we've eliminated 3 Siege Tome users in 1 turn, which you gotta do that on Clash. Blizzard.
So he's playing it in a way that works, and that's great. It's a good way that it works how he's doing it. But those guys, if Ike is level 20, his stats are maxed out. Almost all of his stats are maxed out. Those guys, all 4 of them can gang up on Ike, and you know, he might only get hit twice out of all the siege tome uses on the entire map. The caveat is to keep Ike away from the bishop up there on the side that has the sleep stave, because if Ike gets put to sleep, then they're going to hit and kill him. So you can actually send Ike up there, kill almost all the enemies on the map, provided he doesn't run out of weapons. Have your Lagoos carry extra weapons with them on the map to trade with Ike. So Ike can actually occupy all of those sages with those siege tomes, almost never get hit for all the siege tome uses on the map, provided he stays out of distance of the bishop with the sleep stave.
Blizzard, blizzard. Rip, rip, blizzard. Blizzard, 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 blizzard. Rip, 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 blizzard. Okay, so now what we need to do is we want to stay out of those paladin ranges if we can. In fact, I think I might just pick up Racing with Titania and get him like further in the back. Now we need to check some Ike numbers here because he does. Yeah, look at that. These enemies could start ganging up on Ike, which is not what we want.
Yeah, so he's being very careful. So even though Ike is going to get like criticals and specials back to back on a lot of these enemies and basically clear them off the map, he's being extra careful to make sure that they don't box him in. So he's trying to avoid Ike getting trapped, because that can happen even though Ike is likely to kill them. It's just the risk is too high.
Let's see. Wook does have shade, but there's killing edge swordmasters over here. I don't think that's what we want to be doing here. Might be worth it to do a small tactical retreat. Honestly, we've dealt with the siege tome so far. Although I know some of these paladins have bows, steel bow. Only one though. Oh, there's a silver bow paladin right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's... It'd be very tempting to use hard here, but I think he's gonna die to the... He's gonna die to the silver bow right here.
Yeah.
He has Kanto, but not enough to actually get out of range. I want to keep Boyd here. Ike should have really had the Ragnall by now. That would have made Clash very easy. Because a Ragnall Ike can probably solo it. Because it gives him 5 defense, remember? That's very strong on Clash. You know, Con100, I know you're memeing, but I'm still going to tell you to shut up. Put it in a meme video. I'm gonna... I really don't want Tyronia to lose. Like, I know it's kind of memey, but I don't... Like... Fuck it, I'm gonna pop a Laguston on Maran. I know it seems kind of absurd, but I really want to have as many combat units as possible here. And I'm gonna try and kill the Swordmaster with Tyronia. Nice. So the Swordmasters are definitely gonna go for him now. But maybe if I can get Tyronia into assault range, maybe I can actually use him as like a semi-offensive unit. Yeah, I gotta get a Lynch out of there. I really do. Shit, she can't be rescued. No, she can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's this guy? That warrior needs to die. I'm thinking, can anyone shove? Can Search shove Stefan? Can Stefan even kill the guy? 27 damage. He cannot. I want to attack with Ike, but at the same time, I'm very worried all those paladins are going to gang up on him. My Ike isn't that strong. Rescue Racing with Mists. Yeah, not a bad idea. Mist could definitely do that. But I do have to remember, I cannot rescue Alincia. This needs to be understood. But yeah, I think Titania needs to attack this turn. She needs to actually attack. Okay, I'm banking on the crit. I didn't get the crit. That's not good. Shit. But, Seahawk. You know what, Seahawk? This is more... Are you shitting me right now? Seahawk? Alright, shove a better Swordmaster at least. There you go.
Okay.
I think Stefan definitely will die next turn. See?
Nice. Yeah.
I don't have the rescue staff, sadly. Hit points, speed, and rest. Since Stefan has been very eager to join the front lines. But yeah, I'm gonna get Grayson out of there for sure. Har needs to fuck off. I think these guys are gonna gang up on Stefan first, so I think that's fine. Okay, he has the Clash equipped. I think this is probably a good spot for Ike. It's in range of Titania. So I'll probably just keep him here, give her the Clash Axe so she can retaliate.
So I'm very confused. I think he's making another mistake. Now, he could have like an entirely different strategy I've never heard of, but the units, like the never-ending units that keep spawning next to the castle, are about to start coming out. Is it really worth the risk to waste a turn not moving Ike, getting nearer to that point where they start endlessly spawning out? I think this is a mistake. He's talking about leaving Ike right where Ike is at. The only threat on this board left to Ike, even at his like stats level, is that bishop with the sleep stave. As long as he stays out of range of that bishop with the sleep stave, Ike should do fine here. Absolutely fine. Especially if he positions Ike behind his armored units on the left and heading down that way. So that's what he should do. And then he should use the majority of his units to form a defensive down there in the bottom right corner. So kind of like how I showed you guys on my last Ironman Maniac mode run. We only had, like, I think I had half the units he did. And I showed you guys how to survive Clash in a defensive stance with those units just endlessly pouring out. And so we actually, Ike was soloing the map. Because on my last Ironman Maniac mode run, I actually didn't have any Paladins left, similar to him, which is probably the only Ironman Maniac mode run I've done where I didn't have Paladins. But we were able to get Ike up there by himself, staying out of range of the Bishop with the Sleep Stave. None of those guys with the Siege Tomes killed him, and he just killed all the enemies on the map. And then the rest of my units defended Queen Alencia down there in the corner. So we had Rolf that we basically leveled up from low level all the way up to natural class change without a Master Seal, level him up. And then we had a bunch of other units that we really took a lot of time in. But I didn't even, I think I had maybe 1/3 the amount of characters he did. And if you just take a defensive stance down there in that corner, you actually want to double up. So double up 2 units in front of Valencia one way, 2 units that way, and then a really strong ranged unit right in the corner so no one can range attack her. She will survive, and that's all you need. And then have a physics stave on her or like a fortify, and then she will continuously just heal the units around her, and they will endure, especially if you bring in a Laguz and equipped extra weapons to the Laguz. So your Laguz can actually be like an on-field convoy to trade those weapons with your defense down there in the bottom right corner. So I think he's making a big mistake with this, leaving Ike where he's at. He should just fucking zoom Ike right on over as far up, but just outside of range of the Bishop with the sleep stave. And many of his units should go down there in the corner and take a defensive stance. That's what he should do, and he's just not doing that. So I think it's a mistake. Let's see what happens.
Okay, and I'll probably just wait, I think. Valencia is out of range, but I worry now. These Swordmasters are not going to reach her. This is a safe spot for her. Even with this guy with 9 move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's not in range of Valencia, and that's good. So that means it's probably safe to take Rayson and drop him off, so we can dance next turn. Clash is always an exercise in... You know what, Stefan? Whatever helps you. Maybe it'll help you take another hit.
1
It's
HP
Clash. Every
heal.
little helps.
Oh,
every
that's
little
funny.
bit helps.
Yeah. No, he's right, though. He's right. I've talked about it in my runs, too. So he is right. He is right. So even if there are so many times, especially in a Maniac mode setting, that your units can actually get hit and have like 1 or 2 HP left. So, like, if I get down to 1/8 health on a unit, and even if I do all the math correct and I know it's going to be 1/8 unit, I'm still freaking out, like, internally. Like, I'm still, oh my god, his health is too low. That's a scare, and that's not a feeling you want to have when you're doing a Maniac mode Ironman run. And there are a number of times where your units can literally get down to 1 or 2 HP, and just be such a close call. And you never know when a unit's going to get a critical or something unexpected that you didn't account for is going to happen. So, yeah, 1 HP, it does make sense. Also, it does give a little bit of HP to the unit. Now, his Ileana is actually maxed out to level 20, so it doesn't matter for Ileana leveling up. But if he was doing it with a unit that wasn't level 20, it would have more meaning.
Put Harnair and Lynchia, he might be able to respond. Problem is, we got Silverbow Caps right here, and they'll wreck him, so I don't think that's a good idea. So it's better, I think, to put Har around here. That Silverbow Paladin will probably double Har. Put a Pure Water on Har just in case. Maybe they'll go for Janaf. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put Janaf here.
I'm confused why he used the Pure Water on him. So he already killed all the units that had Siege Tomes. So there are no other units that have Siege Tomes. So I'm confused why he used the Pure Water to raise Har's resistance. That doesn't make any sense to me on this. Unless I'm missing something.
Lure one of the Paladins down. But in case he dies, I want to give away the Hammer'n Staff. Damn. You know what? No, I'm not going to put Janaf down here. I'm going to put Janaf down here instead. Okay, I have not miscalculated. There are no enemies in range of Valencia. No. Alright. Pretty sure Stefan dies today. Yeah, I think he dies.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Oh, hey, takes out some Paladins on the way. That's great.
He's going to do a lot of counter damage before he dies, but... Yeah, Armor Slayer
is definitely dead, I think.
Armor Slayer is a very heavy weapon, so even equipping it to like a Myrmidon or a Swordmaster, which both units have excellent evasiveness as units themselves, when you equip a heavy weapon to units that have great evasiveness, you're basically saying, yeah, come kill me, I can't dodge you, I can't evade your attack. And so leaving that Armored Slayer equipped to Zyhark was an absolute folly on his side. Absolute mistake.
Oh, Joffrey's still taking some hits. Nice. And Clash's first victim is Zyhark.
Now, I'm actually surprised he even used Zyhark in Clash, let alone allowing Zyhark to come this far to begin with. So I didn't watch all of his videos in this live stream run. I was mainly interested in Clash. I'm not even too worried about the end game. So me and Mangs, we have differing opinions on the Maniac mode setting. So the end game in Path of Radiance on a Maniac mode setting is actually easier than Clash, believe it or not. And I say this in the sense because if you're not familiar with the US and Japanese version, so in the Japanese versions you have Maniac mode, you have difficult mode, and then you have normal mode. In the US version you have hard mode, normal mode, and easy mode. So it's not like Radiant Dawn that they just changed the names of the difficulty settings. It's actually different for Path of Radiance. So Maniac mode is a Japanese exclusive. It's actually a tier more difficult than the US hard mode. So if we were to put it in line, we would have US easy mode, US normal mode, US hard mode, and then Japanese exclusive Maniac mode, which is what he's doing and what I've done many times on this channel as well. So the thing is, I don't see how he's gotten Zyhark this far, or why he invested that much in Zyhark, or even used him on Clash. And he would have had to have used a Master Seal on him, I believe. I don't think he would have gotten that. So let's see what happens here.
First victim of Clash. He's been pretty mid all game.
Yeah, and like I was saying, so the end game is actually easier than Clash on a Maniac mode setting, and there's several reasons for this, but one thing I like to point out is if you are on the US hard mode or the Japanese difficult mode, which is the same difficult settings between the games, it's actually the same as Maniac mode, the end game. The only difference is you have a few more enemies in Maniac mode. So a lot of people don't know this, but in Maniac mode, people are like, oh, well, King Ashnard resurrects in Maniac mode. And yeah, he does, but in the US hard mode and the Japanese difficult mode, which are the same, he does that too. So you are like King Ashnard is the same difficulty in US hard mode and Japanese difficult mode as he is in Japanese Maniac mode. There's no difference. So if you can beat the end game in the US hard mode or the end game in the Japanese difficult mode, then you can also beat the end game in Japanese Maniac mode. And a lot of people don't know this because they've never done the US hard mode or they've never done the Japanese difficult mode. But so the end game in Maniac mode is the same as those lower tier difficulties, just with a few more enemies. But King Ashnard, no difference. So if you can beat it, US hard mode, you can beat the end game in Maniac mode. That's not the problem. The problem is Clash in a Maniac mode setting. And so I don't even know if Mangs knows this. And so he's saying, well, the end game is, it's harder than Clash, or it's hard like Clash is. And that's just not the case. Clash is the hardest stage in the entire game for a Maniac mode setting.
Goodbye, Seahawk. But hey, he took a few hits. He took a few hits. Yeah, look at the damage on Stefan right here. And the crit rate. He is dodging, which is nice, but again, Stefan very unlikely to live through Clash. Very unlikely to live through Crash. Yeah, we'll enter up a bigger death counter soon, don't worry. I fought racism and racism won. I fought the racism and the racism won. Yeah, even Ronald gets doubled by Swordmasters here. And there's a killing. Oh, the killing edge goes for Braum for some reason. Braum's about to get his final level, guys. Clever AI. Provoke working, indeed. Nice knife. Do I look like a Night Sun? Do I look like a Night Sun? Braum's about to cap, boys! How many times have you said Clash since Chapter 1? Probably over 100 times. Braum cap, Braum cap, Braum cap, Braum cap. 2 HP away from capping HP, by the way. He can get it, but he needs to be lucky with his HP levels. Crazy how quickly his battles go when he's capped. I like it.
So I do like how he's using Braum. If you can do this with Braum, and so if you take his strategy and also my strategy, you guys have seen me do in my runs, and you actually apply his strategy to Braum, bring him up there, and also maybe do a little bit of boss chipping. Avoid using a Master Seal on Braum if you can. If you can't and you have to do it on level a little bit higher than level 10 if you can, get away with it. And do what he's doing. Occupy the enemy as much as possible with Braum, or Gatry if you can get Gatry up there as well. I'll say the same thing for Paladins. As long as you don't use a Master Seal on them, max their stats out before their class change, and use the Occult on them. So, like, he's kind of using his armored unit Braum in place of his Paladin with Occult. And it works, but it's not the go-to or first choice. And I think he's doing really well supplementing Braum in place of Paladins with Occult for this.
You didn't really realize that's Crash in Japan, really? That sounds like a meme, but... Braum has a 1% chance to cap HP. 1%, wow. 1.4k viewers. Oh my goodness, hi everyone. That's a bit of a record, I think. All right.
Yeah, that's all
Oh my
we're
God,
interested
any
in
first-time viewers
watching
here
is
that are
watching
like
you get
curious
through
about what the hell it is
Clash.
I'm doing. I'm currently doing a gauntlet where I stream every Fire Emblem game in sequence without getting a single game over. If I get Cap Joffrey! Cap Defense Joffrey! Yeah, I'm doing a gauntlet where I play through every single game in the series. You can check out the playlist in the video description. It's like 70 parts long at this point. Woo! Standing here, I realize.
Barely any damage on that one.
So yeah, and I'm playing on Maniac mode for this one. Yeah, we got 1,400. And I'm playing on 1,400 people watching. This is insane. I guess Clash kind of brings in eyeballs because it's like such an infamous chapter. Astra is pretty bad, but you know it's free damage, so I'm not going to complain. You were just like me trying to make history. Oh boy, Braum is surrounded. Well, he's not getting much out of using 1-2 range anymore, so I guess he can work on that sword rank now.
Another folly I've noticed is like in the last several chapters. So his last 2 live streams and also this one, like none of his units have vulneraries, like none, because he doesn't have enough gold to buy them. But he is doing really well supplementing that loss with like extra healers, like Ileana using staves and Queen Alencia and what's her name, Mist. So, but the issue is, Braum's out here now with no vulneraries, no way to heal himself. Is he going to be able to get his healers over there to heal Braum? Or did he overestimate Braum's defenses and capabilities? That's what we need to find out.
Yes. I've only streamed for an hour. Clash is like a 3-4 hour map. It's like the longest map in the game. It's a big map with a million enemies. All right. Look at my Joffrey! He capped defense! I've never had a defense cap Joffrey before. That's crazy. Bro, this is going to be so nice in Radiant Dawn for Joffrey's charge. Silence wife? Clash is being played. Wow. Only I get to tell my wife to shut up. Shut up. I love you. She knows I'm joking. All right. So, Ronald survived. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, so this guy here, Mangs, he's located in Norway, so he's not in the U.S., but he is a very famous streamer, especially for Fire Emblem. And in fact, I think he only does Fire Emblem. There's one Game Boy Advance Tactics game he does, and I think 1 or 2 other games for his whole channel. So he's not like a video gaming, like in general YouTuber. He just focuses on very niche series like Fire Emblem. But he is located in Norway, so that's his accent there and whatnot. And you guys, if you're here in the United States, you're wondering, well, how the hell does he have a domestic relationship and a wife that cooks him food and, you know, that traditional thing that's kind of died out in the majority of North America here in the United States? It's because he's in a different country. He's in a more conservative country like Norway, so.
Let's see. Wife has effective damage on Mangs. Doesn't matter if you have effective damage if you deal 0 damage. She knows I love her. Nah. Hey, who's the best wife ever? Who's the best wife ever?
Oh, it's me!
Yeah, see? She's happy again. Just like that. Being married is not that difficult, guys. Alright, let's see. No stealables for Volk. Check ranges before you forget? Yeah. Although at this point, I've dealt with most of the initial enemies on Clash, so it's easier to deal with now. Damn, man, these tigers do not fuck around. But maybe if Miriam...
Ooh.
Yeah, we gotta deal with these guys first.
He's trying to figure out what to do.
We got lots of paladins to kill this turn, and Jill, I'm not gonna move up here yet.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, I'm new to the channel. How do you care about Fire Emblem? That's the thing, you don't. Alright. I'm gonna weaken this guy a little bit, see if we can kill him with Shinon, maybe. Yeah, I gotta get rid of the Bow Palace. Absolutely. The Bow Palace, as they called. How do you become an entertaining streamer? Well, there's 5 steps. Step number 1, be bad at Fire Emblem. Brown donut $2. Sorry, Bethany, but a man's gonna go into overtime. What do you mean, overtime? I mean, yeah, this is gonna be a long stream. Especially if I want to fight the Black Knight, which I kind of promised I would. Okay, so let's see. We do need to kind of try and allocate our resources a little bit here. Can Stefan do anything? Let's see. It would be nice if Ronald could stay alive just a little longer. We need to think about who to dance for with Raisin, so I think we want to use Raisin to ensure we kill these paladins. I think we're going to dance right here with Raisin this turn. That will allow Elinsha to heal twice. Ronolf is pretty cooked. Yeah, probably. Ugh, I keep forgetting that Elinsha actually doesn't heal for all that much, you know? Oh my god, 1 damage off. Well, Janoff, you have never been more relevant. We need to deal 1 damage. I'm new to the channel. Why are there no women in chat? Women don't exist, dude. Well, only like in real life, not on the internet. You guys remember those days when people were like, there were no women on the internet? No, hard. Hard. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I think it was John Locke told me that when people find a guy
because you're not like the other girls.
I'm not like other girls. I'm into it.
I am a woman. I am also lying. Yeah, girl used to mean guy in real life. I remember those days. I remember those days. Good days. Good times, really. All right, let's see. Ronolf, can you kill this guy? No. Maybe Taronia can pull off a clutch javelin hit again? No.
And so I haven't yet seen if he equipped the Night Ring to Ike or if he still has the Night Ring equipped to Rayson. So if he didn't equip the Night Ring to Ike, that's one mistake that he's made in Clash. So you absolutely have to, it's best to equip the Night Ring to Ike for Clash. Now I like to do it all the time in all the stages if I even get the Night Ring. But yeah, you can actually 4-turn Clash with a Maniac mode. You just gotta be real careful of the Bishop with the sleep save, but you have to have the Night Ring. You have to. And see, I don't think he has the Night Ring equipped to Ike, because if he did, he would send Ike up to do the initial attack, and then either forward, just out of range of the Bishop with the sleep save, or back down, and then block him with some of his other units to cushion the next turn, enemy's turn.
Can't wait for Elinsha to cause another game over. It's more likely than you think. Okay, if we can probably have Titania be part of the dance, I think. Fuck these paladins, man. They are just nasty, dude. Mangs, how do you know she's not like other girls? Because I married her. Okay, now we can do a Superbird, Hiya Hiya Bird song. Can't Liani use a Siege Tome? What Siege Tome? I have like a Blizzard. She can't use that. There's a lot more women, like, I'd say, like, on the internet now. Maybe not gaming-wise, but, like, at least on social media. I think women actually outnumber men. Let's see. We need to heal. I'm actually going to heal Stefan. I could never date someone who would date someone like me. Wow, that's a remarkably self-aware comment. Ileana, what's in Blizzard's fridge? Didn't you guys hear that all those allegations basically were just nonsense? They couldn't prove a single one of them. There was no evidence, and a bunch of people who made them admitted they were just bogus. Heart, please get strength. Come on. I gave you an energy drop. Why won't my Vibrance level strength? Why won't my Vibrance level strength?
Okay, so one thing, like I said, he is very technical on his stats. He's very keen. He's very observant of each characters in their stats. Probably the most out of any Fire Emblem streamer I've ever seen. But one thing I do want to say is strength is not the best strategy for Clash. It comes in handy with probably every other map except Clash. So strength, that determines basically the amount of damage, combined with a couple other stats between character and weapon stats. But for the most part, that determines how much damage that unit will do to an enemy unit. And that's very good if you want to kill as many enemies as quickly as possible. And I just don't think that strategy works very good in Clash, because you have an endless battalion after battalion after battalion after battalion of enemies that keep coming out of clashes over and over and over again until you die, until you make it or break it, right? So I think a completely defensive stance in Clash is the absolute best strategy for the majority of the time and the majority of the characters, while kind of moseying Ike up there by himself and bringing, again, extra weapons on your Legoose characters, because the Legoose only have, like, claws or talons, so they'll have open slots. You can stick extra swords in for Ike. And using steel swords, you really kind of have to decide between iron swords and silver swords, right? Those are probably, I wouldn't recommend using a slim sword unless you're taking the one off of Queen Alencia. Don't save the one from earlier in the game. Also, don't use heavy weapons like Iron Blade or Iron Blade, Steel Blade, Silver Blade. Use silver swords and iron swords. I also wouldn't necessarily recommend the steel swords. I mean, if you have it, maybe one steel sword, a couple iron swords, and maybe one silver sword, and then like whatever extra you can put onto your Lagoos to trade on the map. But for the most part, strength is less meaningful in Clash. You really want to take a defensive stance, especially with your paladins having a cult and having those hand axes and javelins equipped, so they can continuously heal themselves with high defenses, and that will slowly eliminate the enemy, especially if you don't get to the throne and seize the throne before those enemies start spawning out next to the castle. So the issue you're going to have is just thousands, or I don't want to say thousands, I want to say hundreds and hundreds of enemies coming at you in Maniac Mode Clash, and you really just want to have high defenses, paladins with the cult, and continuously healing yourself in a completely defensive stance, while I continuously gets closer to the throne, staying out of range of that bishop with the sleep stave. So yeah, defense preservation is probably the best strategy for Maniac Mode Clash, not strength. And yeah, so you don't want to kill as many enemies as quickly as possible in Clash. You want to preserve and persevere in this one. And that only applies if you don't like 4 or 6 turn. Like, if you're actually going to have to deal with the hundreds of enemies, that's the best strategy.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you're not 4 turning it or 6 turning it, strength don't mean shit in Clash. You want defense and
you don't need strength?
perseverance.
Skill and luck is enough? Yeah, if that was the case, then Swordmasters would actually be viable, though, so...
Now, he mentioned Swordmasters will actually be viable, and this is something that... So, I think in my very first ever Maniac Mode completion of Clash, so I did actually Ironman this. It was probably a year ago. Now, again, when I Ironman a Maniac Mode run on Path to Radiance, and I fail at some point, I delete the entire series from YouTube. I get it off of there. I don't leave it up, and then I start anew. I start that attempt again. So on my very first Ironman Maniac Mode run, I actually used Stefan, and I believe I had the Vacati on him. And so if you position Stefan behind an armored unit, it can be Tyronio, it can also be Gatry or Braum, like he's doing. And then you use him to kind of snipe or assassinate the closest ranged unit, and then position your armored units again in front of your Swordmaster Stefan. Stefan will actually work really well with an armored unit in the bottom left. So as you know where he's sending Braum over in the bottom left, if you do your Swordmaster Stefan behind him, kind of follow him, he can come out past your armored unit, snipe and kill really well, especially with the Vacati, and then bring the armored unit again in front of that unit, so that way it minimalizes the exposure for your Swordmaster. So that will actually allow your Swordmaster and your armored unit to continuously go left, and also very easily take out the Dragon Riders and Dragon Lords over. Actually, I believe they're all Dragon Lords. All the Dragon Lords over there, and one of them I believe has a silver lance over in the far left. So that's a really good way. That's actually how I Ironman my first Maniac Mode through Clash, was with Stefan and I believe it was Tyronio. And we just moseyed on over in the bottom left and cleared out all those enemies. And I believe I had 2 or 3 other units with that, kind of following along and also healing Stefan along the way. But that's how I was able to clear out the bottom left all the way over to the wall and kind of position myself in the bottom left corner of the map with some units, while a couple units took care of the paladins in the upper right, and then Alencia stayed nice and safe in the down bottom right corner. And then I kind of cover the central map. So that's how I did my first Ironman Maniac mode run. And that was actually the run that I fluked it on the end game, because I made the mistake of having Ike take on Bryson and King Ashnard simultaneously. And I should have used a Vulnerary, and I didn't, and that one mistake cost me that Ironman run.
How are we going to do this? If Joffrey takes care of this guy, maybe he'll use the Night Killer. You know what? Why not?
Now, that Night Killer's also a very
not
heavy
having
weapon.
Trumps actually kind of blows a little
Very
bit. I
heavy
will say,
weapon.
like, I'm not happy about that. Ooh, Silver Sword. That's a nice little treasure.
But there's not that he's not
But man,
exposed
I'm
to too
not
many
happy
enemies
tamper
up
with
there,
this
so
Joffrey,
he
man.
should
Like,
be
this is the
okay
best Joffrey I
leaving
think
it
I've ever
equipped,
had.
especially
And I
since
think
there's
he still has a
a
small
couple
chance
other
to cast
paladins
I think the
up
speed
there.
cap is 26, right?
So I think one of them's a bow paladin, or are they both bow paladins? I didn't see.
Okay. he
Yeah,
has
that wasn't a
equipment
bad
on.
move.
Come on, Boyd.
Ooh, decent.
Hi, Kashmir. Donated 20 bucks for Super Chat. Mangs, I'm just starting Discovery. Brace yourself. I think you might be Norwegian. I know it's a shock. But it could be worse, because at least you're not bold or have a chat that says the same joke over and over. Yeah, I'm very glad my chat never repeats jokes to death, because that would be very annoying. Luckily, my chat is remarkable at always updating their jokes. They would never like drag a joke out by saying things like "Hi, I'm new to the channel," followed by a stupid statement. Damn, that one's been on for a while now. I'm absolutely amazed you guys have not gotten tired of that one yet, because I don't even think I've enabled that much. It's just you guys just keep saying it. Ooh, I really do want to kill this Swordmaster.
Yep, good. Taking a defensive stance with his Swordmaster there.
If not, I think Shinnon's gonna die. Alright, are we gonna try? Are we gonna try the luck with Miraim? Well, before I do that, let me give back all the items I took from Peronia. I'm gonna try this. It probably won't work. Nice, it worked. Mangs, do you like women? Sometimes. You know. Like my wife, obviously. Other women, though? Kind of cringe sometimes, not gonna lie. You know. Luckily, I'm only married to one woman, so, you know.
So sweet.
I know, right? I'm such a romantic.
Aw.
Alright, so I think I'm actually gonna smite Shinnon backwards. So we don't want him to be. He has provoke, so they'll go for him over Braum. Alright, let's just do like a check on the enemies here. It's going pretty good so far, honestly. Going really well so far.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. I can't believe I did that. Holy shit, dude. I'm pretty sure
I
I'm
missed
okay.
what
but
he
still,
did.
That was
I didn't
scary,
catch
man.
it.
I actually ended my turn. I haven't done that in forever. How did I do that?
He accidentally ended
It's okay,
his
though. There's
turn.
no
He
one in
made
range
a
of Valencia,
mistake.
so we're fine. But that was scary, man.
He wasn't done with his turn. He actually ended it.
Yeah, I don't know how. Like I haven't ninja ended my turn in a while. But yeah, if Valencia had been in range of a sniper, that would have been a GG. But luckily she isn't. So. Why are you guys blaming my wife? She's not the reason I ended turn. Oof, that's a Laguz bow. Don't let women distract you. It's so funny how you're all just blaming my wife for this. Game trying for content, of course. I love trying for content. Oh, is Moran gonna die? Why do you call her wife and not by her name? That's just I like calling her my wife. If I say Bethany, there might be some people who don't know who that is. But if I say wife, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Oh, I think Moram is dead. That's fine, Moram. You did pretty good, all things considered. And yeah, that actually means it's time for the super large death counter. What the fuck is up with this? Let me see. 11, 12. There we go. Death number 20, guys. It's common to lose a few stragglers in Clash. I don't really mind. He was not Murahim. He was not. Child. That's a sad death quote, though. Half the roster is dead, indeed. Oh. Dude, Ron could probably defeat the Black Knight if he was allowed to build a Ragnar. Hunamud on the 20 Donkey Kongs. Hi, I'm new to the channel. Why are you bald? Hunamud, one of my recent subscribers. How much can you handle? Donate 10 PLN. New to the channel. What does Guidance Skull mean? It means Guidance the worst game in the series. Round on the $2. I'm new to the chat. I think Eggmen are based. Based on what? Yeah, hello. Smallest amount of Clash reinforcements right here. So yeah, this is why I sent Joffrey up here. I think with, yeah, look at that.
I don't remember 2 battalions of Dragon Lords coming in. Maybe my memory is mistaken. So on my last Ironman Maniac mode run, no, there are 2. Okay, yeah, no, that's right. There are 2 battalions that come in. Yeah, there are. Okay. I'm getting old, guys. My memory's
stuff, we
going.
actually can deal with all of these guys. And I'm going to try to drag them as far away from the battle as possible. So I'm probably going to put him right here. I do need to watch out for Night Killers, though. I think there's one. Volk will get healed, yeah. Yeah, let's start smiting the bird. I didn't deploy Mordecai, actually. That would have been nice to do. But, yeah. We need... Jill, she needs to rush up and start killing this guy. She can get put to sleep, though. It's very important that Jill does not end her turn on a mountain where she can get put to sleep. That would be very bad, but... I think what we'll do first and foremost is we can check enemy ranges.
He is aware of the bishop
Brahms,
with sleep
this guy has a physic, but I might want to steal it. I think I might actually want to steal it. So Brahm has kind of done his job now. These guys are all running back to get healed. So I think what I'll do is I'll take out the Killing Edge guy because he's actually one of the scarier guys.
He's still talking about stealing with Volk. Like this is a survival map. This isn't a play around for the late game. And
yeah, I'm going to start moving towards the boss now, but I need to. So snap ranges are not displayed, but they're half your magic, so 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's actually on this line, which is helpful, which means that we can actually start to move forward here. So this should be a good spot for Titania. Let's renew her Pure Water. I can also, like, bait the Sleep Staff with Titania, but I don't know if I want her to be put to sleep, so I'll put Void right here. And now it's finally time for Void to pop up Pure Water, which is needed. And then we can also move Ike this way, too. And I think I will also pop up Pure Water on Ike.
Yeah, so it looks like there's one more Sage up there with the Siege Tome.
As is the Sage, I think, with the Siege Tome. At least I think so.
That's why he's using the Pure Waters.
All right, so Jill goes here. Pops Pure Water. Har goes here. Reapplies his Pure Water. I do not think that Bishop moves. No, I really don't. All right, Alicia, anyone you could heal? Well, you can get some experience on Har at least. Don't worry, I'm not bringing Alicia anywhere near the castle. I think she has a quote with Bertram, but I refuse to see it. The Recover Staff is very good for experience for her. Am I misremembering? I don't think Alicia can use the Night Ward, right? Pretty sure she cannot. I don't know why I thought she could. Or can she? I actually forget. All right, we're going to start moving Volk towards here. Are you sure nobody else is in Vyvern range? I'll have to double check, yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna dance her out of there. I'm gonna dance her out of there, so don't worry. We'll mark ranges and everything. All right, anyone in range of these guys? No. See, perfect. Anyone in range of these guys? Ileana's in range of the sniper. Just treat Alicia like she's a paladin. That's another joke I really like. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Alicia could wield the Night Ward. I must have dreamt it or something. All right, so there's a Blizzard guy here, there's a Sleep Staff here, but it's fine for Jill to go up here as long as... It's fine, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Jill here. Let's see. If she's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She might need to be a little further up, I think. I think like right here.
This will be interesting.
That allows me to put Hard just in support range of her. Like that. We can send Mist along as well.
We're getting to the nitty-gritty now. I'm very interested to see what happens.
We gotta have she has to restore, right? Oh fuck, she doesn't. She needs to restore over the silence. But don't worry, I'm keeping Alicia far in the back. There's never reinforcements coming from behind on Clash, so they're mostly fine. And I'm not a big fan of Ileana being in Swordmaster range, so I'm gonna do this. Just Ward and Pure Water stack. They do actually. They do. All right, Toronio. Kill the cat.
He's actually doing really well for like his setup and strategy so far.
Yeah, you can get 9 rests. I'm pretty sure. They don't?
He's doing it very differently than how I do my runs for Clash.
That is indeed true. They do not.
But he's also an expert in.
It's gonna be a long face. I'm gonna get myself some iced tea. See how this goes.
And I don't think those Dragon Riders will actually stay up there and all target Joffrey either. And even if they do, I don't think Joffrey will survive. That's his wife.
I always come back. Hi, Davis and John. No chicory, no shaker, please. No chicky shaker. Hi, guys. How are you?
So his wife comes in for a couple different reasons. It's kind of like a filler and attraction for his YouTube channel as a content creator. So, a lot of the guys watching, they like to see a different person come in. Obviously, an attractive woman, especially a foreign woman, because a lot of his viewers are actually from the United States, and U.S. guys obviously don't like U.S. women as much as foreign women, right? So that's one reason it's good for his content creation on his channel. Another reason is she comes in, she likes to, they kind of do like a bad cop, good cop play. So like when he gets up to use the restroom or goes and gets a drink, his wife will sit down and talk to everyone on the chat. And she will like sometimes scheme behind his back. It's not really behind his back. They're in on it together. But for the audience, like, it's part of the content. And so she tries to find out like who's not for Mangs, like who has it out for Mangs, like who wants Mangs to fail or who hates Mangs that's following Mangs. And so she'll try and like sometimes play the bad guy or the bad cop and see who admits in the chat like who wants Mangs to fail or who doesn't like Mangs. And so I believe then like later off screen they talk about it and they might like block that person from the chat later. So that's a couple of reasons why she comes on in.
I don't think I can end turn mid
I can't hear her.
mid enemy phase, right? Just like a crash the emulator. Stop! I'm strong with the mid taking flipper. Victorita? You guys are pretty. Oh my god, that's Shinon? Is that his name? I don't know Italians very well. Boot up Dark Souls? Hell yeah, brother. You can go now, they don't need you anymore.
Yeah,
They got me?
you gonna finish Flash?
Yeah? Yeah?
Shit.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so is Blizzard effectively against dragons?
Yeah.
I thought lightning was.
No, that's in Radiant Dawn. It's really annoying how they change the rules. Yeah, you're right. Lightning is fighting against dragons. Air is
Okay, well, I'll get up and you can do this.
Ah. I believe I let myself be black. So much better at this than Mangs. Oh my god, Donkey Shaker? Donkey Kong Shaker?
Where are they doing these?
It's like Twitch emotes. Uh-oh. Sleep staff. She got slapped. Luckily, I got missed right there. I'm glad the status states don't go first. That would be bad. Mod drop, sure. But he needs to say something in chat. Because I need to click his username. You just say something in chat, and I can click on his name. Toronio died? Did he? Save state. Oh, there we go. I can only timeout and ban? What the fuck? Let me see. I think I might need to actually go into my chat and do it from here. Where? Alright. Let's see. I love how ban and moderator is like right next to each other. Alright, congrats, Rot Drop. You're a mod. Turn the mode on 50 Donkey Kongs. Hey, Mangs, did you get a new haircut that looks pretty? I did. I think how.
He also has, like you said, he has moderators for his YouTube channel. So now he's actually a very wealthy YouTube streamer. So like a single live stream, so he doesn't do live streams back to back like I do on this new channel or my old YouTube channel. So he'll space them out. He'll also do a lot shorter runs, but like all of his live streams have a lot of viewers, and so he makes a lot of money from a single live stream when he does this. And so I believe he actually pays like his moderators, because you can add moderators on YouTube and stuff. I'm pretty sure. And if you check out his membership, so he actually has members in his channel as well that pay him substantial. And then in his chat, he has constant people donating to him. So, but the views alone, and this is one thing I've noticed about YouTube. YouTube loves this guy's content, and they will try to put on as many ads as possible on his live streams to get as much revenue as possible to YouTube and to this content creator. So this guy, he does make a lot of money from a single live stream, probably hundreds of dollars from a single 3 to 4 hour live stream. So.
And then what is proof that ball jokes will never stop being entertaining, because he's been around for, oh my god, he's been for so long. And he makes more ball jokes than anyone. Bro, this is a max torch javelin, by the way, and it's barely denting these guys. But it's fine. Joffrey is doing what he needs to do right now, which is just keep these guys off our backs while we advance to the castle. Okay, this is the best Joffrey I have ever had. And there's S-rank Lances, I think. It's a max torch javelin. It's dealing 7 damage. Abysmal dog shit right here. But, I mean, all he needs to do is just keep these guys contained. That's all he needs to do.
If he
What's
survives.
the point of forging 1-2? Well, for Braum, it let him actually one-round a bunch of units, as you could saw at the start of the map. I don't really know why I gave Joffrey a forged javelin, though. Not gonna lie, it didn't really do much. But, I mean, he's getting chip experience, and he's gonna cap out soon, I think, so. Well, you gotta do a ranged weapon, because most of these guys have short spare, so it's just not gonna work. Alright, is this gonna be his final level? Yes, it is. Oh my god. So he didn't cap speed, but he kept defense, and he got strength on his final level, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. Hey Mangs, 2 kings, 223. Is that a Bible verse? The guy said 2 kings, 223. Is that a Bible verse, you think, or a time stone?
Second Kings, that's a book in the Old Testament.
Ah, yeah, look it up. I figured it might have been something like that. Okay, read it. Read it. What does it say?
2 Kings 2:23. Let's see. I'm getting the AI summary of the Bible verse. Come on, just give me the fucking verse. From there, Elijah went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some boys came out from the town and jeered at him. Get out of here, Baldy! Get out of here, Baldy!
Get out of here, Baldy! Wow, wow, what a Bible verse to quote every. That's actually phenomenal. Thank you. That's really good. Wow.
It's funny.
Roasted by the Bible. Best kind of roasts. My goodness. Get out of here, Baldy.
No. Kill the one with the sleep
I'm gonna use
stave.
flashbacks again to make sure I kill this guy.
Doofus.
Alright, so that's the Blister Tome dealt with, which means Har can actually do shit.
Why? No.
I think it's more important to take out the Siege Tome.
He would have been. No, I disagree. No. Oh God, no. Okay. Like the way he's doing his run, I'm almost certain he's going to succeed. But like it would have been better to take out the bishop with the sleep stave, and then taking one hit from the siege tome on the sage. So like one of his units taking one hit from the siege tome would have been better. Oh man. Oh, I mean, I guess it's okay because he's already eliminated all the other ones with siege tomes. So even if one of his units does get put to sleep now with that sleep stave, he would be able to circle around them and protect that unit or rescue the unit more or less to make sure they're safe. So I guess either way kind of works how he did it. But I personally, I would have taken out the bishop with the sleep stave. I think that is more of a danger than the last sage with that siege tome.
The sleep staff isn't that big a deal, I think.
Did you hear him? He said it's not that big of a deal. Now, it is. It is. So, like I said, that bishop has a really high chance of landing a hit with that sleep stave. And so he's doing it good, like how he's doing his run, like I said. But if that bishop hits, it puts a unit to sleep, he better rescue that unit or surround that unit so that unit doesn't die until that unit wakes back up. So another thing, and I've talked about this in my Ironman Maniac modes runs before, so that bishop with the sleep stave, if you chip away, like do guerrilla warfare with those units heading that way through the middle section, that bishop will actually use his physics staff before he uses the sleep stave on one of your enemies or one of your allies. So if you do it that way, you're okay. He will never use that sleep stave on any of your units unless you have a unit that has provoke equipped. If you have a unit that has provoke equipped, then the you know, the programming of that NPC is like, well, do I heal one of my ally units or do I put one of your player units to sleep? So it's a 50-50 chance at that point. But if you just chip away at those enemies, that bishop will almost always use the physics stave first before the sleep stave on your units. So let's kind of see what happens. I'm very interested here.
Just doing amazing right now.
He has a very unique strategy in how he's doing this.
I'll just drag them a little bit away from here, just in case. Maybe, I don't know. Is there anyone else who could go up there and farm those Wyverns, maybe? Maybe Geronio, I don't know. Or Shinon. If we bring a couple down to Shinon, this might be good experience for him, honestly. Let me see if anyone needs healing. Braum, probably not. Oh, Geronio's in Resolve range now. That's actually pretty peak. Yeah, he does need healing. But Vulcan kill this guy. But before you heal, you always want to attack with Resolve units before you heal them. You always want to like make the most out of Resolve before you remove it. But yeah, he gets 6 speed and 11 strength from Resolve. It's actually pretty nice.
That's really any unit.
He just got burned by Holy.
That's not just a Resolve unit. That's all units. So almost all the time you do want to attack first and then heal after they do their attacks. Almost always. Not always. There are some scenarios where you actually want to heal before you do an attack with them. But for the most part, that's just usually a universal rule. You want to heal or you want to attack before you heal and then heal after your attack. Provided that unit isn't actually going to die, right?
Fire, I did. It's probably the funniest thing someone has ever done, I think. For me, at least. Damn, this guy bulky, man. Why are these guys so bulky, man? Alright, Heart, debunk maybe? Yeah, let's debunk this guy. Well, Mang has high class treating you. We've lost some scrubs, but so far it's going pretty well, actually. Joffrey saved the run. Yes, he's been doing amazingly. I got a cap defense Joffrey, which is insane to think about. And not only that, but I'm thinking we can probably afford to go get the Night Ward on Titania for her final level. Just gotta make sure she doesn't like level before then, but we do have a lot of knights to kill first, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Let me see how Boyd does against these guys. Yeah, they hit him pretty hard, as does the Paladin, sadly. Can someone look up Titania's speed cap? Is it 26? If it is, I think it's worth it to go get the...
See, okay, if I were him, I would send Titania up. I would use the Javelin on the closest Lagoose and then pull her back to right in front of where Mist is. That way she's blocking Mist. And then I would finish off... I would actually take out the other one with... the first one. I would finish the first one off with Boyd. And then I would see about dancing where both Mist and Titania are with Rayson. And then I would go up there and then I would rescue Boyd and then bring Boyd back down. That way, Boyd is out of range of that bishop with the sleep stave. Because if Boyd gets put to sleep with that sleep stave and you don't rescue him out of the way, then now you're going to have to deal with what enemies are left, and Boyd's defenses suck. Like, I'm surprised he's even made it this far with Boyd. So, and if you put units around Boyd, then you're going to have to take a bunch of damage, especially since I believe the Endless Battalion of units are about to start coming out. So, he could... That would be my move to negate that. What's going to happen in the next 1 to 2 turns.
This is a pretty good flash run. Yes, it is. I'm pretty happy with how it's gone overall.
It is a good run. It is.
Beware the cats don't eat mists.
He's doing it good.
Oh, the tigers.
He's just doing it different
that's a good
than
point,
what
actually. We've got to form like a bit of a semi-wall here. In fact, I think Braum needs to kill the Wyvern.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braum's going to kill the Wyvern. 27. Okay, so she can't cap speed, and I don't really care. Wait, is it... What does she have now? Yeah, okay, so she can't cap it. Then I don't really care.
No.
Then I don't really care.
Oh, he's creating a wall. Is he out of range of that bishop with the sleep stave? I don't think he is.
We could potentially, like, dance for Mist, maybe? I'm gonna see if I can't kill this stupid halberdier right here. Damn, Ileana's got some crit on her now. Oh, I do get a speed rating next chapter, but then I can probably just give it to Titania to cap out her speed. So, she's 2 points away, so I don't really think it matters all that much, honestly. Oh boy, 4 crit on Stefan. Is he gonna die? Oh shit, heal Taronia, alright. Well, fuck. Oh, we still have a Lynchia. Never mind, we still have a Lynchia. That's alright, we still have a Lynchia. Honestly, I don't mind her not topping him off. I do not mind her not topping him off, because it makes him more likely to stay in result range. Bit of a cope, I know, but you gotta cope a little bit every now and then, right? You still have your bird? Yeah, I know. But we can dance for Mist, so.
Yep.
Oh, Janoff actually has our Hammer, so we gotta be a bit careful with him. Does your head get cold during winter? Strangely, it doesn't. I almost never wear hats outside. I got a pretty warm skull, I guess.
Nope. At this point, yeah, he's doing the right thing. I would position him, Shinon, all the way up there, right there, and then I would put some high defense unit right there, because those Dragon Lords are going to eventually come down. So they are not, and I've learned this through experience, playing Maniac mode, both Iron Man and not Iron mode. Man, and so they don't always stay up there with units in range. Sometimes when units are in range up there, they don't always stay there. Sometimes they actually fly down and try to get to Queen Alencia. So if they do fly down, he's going to have a sniper right there, which is more effective on flying units. And he may not keep Shinon there at all. I don't know what he's doing. We're going to find out, though.
Top up Shinon just for the hell of it. Yeah, after having the cold, me too, dude. I just don't get cold on my head that easily. Vibrant range? What do you mean? No one's in vibrant range. Skull so warm at flashbang says during memes, yeah.
So I think...
Yeah, Joffrey he's holding off all those reinforcements. It's peak.
I think Joffrey is out of...
I might actually retreat with him and then see if maybe...
Ranged weapons.
Or he can just equip... he might also just be able to just equip a bow to deal damage to the paladins at least. Clash going pretty good now. But Clash is not just... Clash is in multiple phases. You got the early game, which is just dealing with the 3 fronts, and then you got the mid game, which is moving towards the castle. And we're about to enter late game, which is dealing with all the paladins around Bertram's castle and get Ike within range of boss, which can be very tricky to do. There's a lot of stuff you gotta get rid of. The siege comes in status days. I still have a sleep staff, and then there's also a bunch of paladin reinforcements. Well, is this the end of Stefan, I wonder? Yeah, I early promoted Ileana, which, if I hadn't done that, she might have capped multiple stats for the Dawn Brigade, but she was so bad, and I needed an extra healer because I just lost Riss. No, don't you fucking dare it, buddy.
Yep.
No, that's my restore user, you... I might have to use an Ashera staff now to wake up Mists.
Now
why would you go for Mist? I guess her rest isn't that good.
So you can't rescue a mounted unit. So he's now going to have to leave his units around Mist. And so here's one of the things I think he messed up on. Now he didn't level Ike up. Well, Ike's not level 20. So Ike's actually pretty weak right now in this run. And there are benefits to that. So one of the benefits are, so in the Maniac mode setting, you get a lot less XP, and there are also a lot more enemies. And so in order to help compensate for the low XP gain, you have to kill as many units as possible, or boss chip if you want to level those units up. And so one of the things he's done is he's intentionally not overused Ike, so that way his other units can get leveled up, and then he's using all of his units together to be efficient as a team instead of overusing Ike or using Ike as like a one-man army, right? And so that's one benefit of doing it, but the downfall is Ike is so damn weak for Clash that he's scared. Like a professional Fire Emblem streamer is scared to death to put Ike to use on Clash, and you've seen it. He's said it multiple times in this stream, and you've seen how he's hidden Ike away and out of range of of simple paladins and dragon lords. So Ike cannot survive if he doesn't think Ike can survive. And I'm seeing where he's kind of made that mistake. Ike is in danger. Like, if Ike gets hit a few times and doesn't get his special kicked in, he'll die. That's how weak he is in his run right now. And so with Mist just sitting there asleep now, he now has to position units around Mist to make sure Mist doesn't die. And hope to God that those Dragon Riders up there don't come down, because they can. I've seen it happen before. They will come down even if you have a unit in range. They can come down to target Mist even when they're not in their hazard zones. I've seen it happen. And so for the next chapter, he has to have Mist help Ike on Moment of Fate against the Black Knight. Because Ike is such a low level right now, he has to use Mist to help Ike against the Black Knight in the next chapter, which means he has to make sure Mist survives in this run, which means he now has to position units around Mist, which is crazy. It's nuts.
I think she has to restart, but she's not really in range. That's the problem. No one can use... Yeah, only Mist can. You're right. But I might be able to dance a restore staff up with the Lynch probably.
So
I
these
think is about to camp out. One more
the
engagement
endless
should do
battalion
it.
of
These fucking paladins
are now coming in. They're now spawning, and I believe it's every
They are the
other
worst.
turn. So it's not every turn; it's every other turn, I believe.
Yep, Joffrey's just gonna sit here and eat paladins.
And so if you have Ike level 20 and you use him as like a one-man army, Ike can get rid of like that whole battalion before the next battalion comes out. The problem is he hasn't leveled Ike up to prepare him for Clash, and so he's relying on all of his other units to get him through Clash and not really Ike. And so it's going to be interesting to see how the hell is he going to deal with these endless battalions of paladins coming out next to the castle now.
Breed Vibrance. He's gonna break his weapons. He is, actually.
Yeah, he's going to be stuck there. He's going to die. But
yeah, even Joffrey is not going to survive this if this keeps going on. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I might have to run. Send someone else
you're
to
not
going
to be able to run because they're going to box him in.
He's going to get whittled down. Again, this is what I mean. If you don't have 30 defense on class...
Yeah, so this is another mistake, and I kind of talked about this at the beginning of this stream. Like, you need to have paladins that have a cult to take care of those. So there are two ways to do this. You need to have your paladins, like all the ones he's lost. So Kieran, Astrid, you level Astrid up naturally to class change. And Astrid is actually the most powerful, highest stat paladin in the game, in the end game. So she comes at a very low level, level 1 actually, but she has the ability where she can gain double XP. And so here's the caveat in Path of Radiance. So Titania is the strongest paladin in the beginning of the game, but in the end game, she's actually the lowest stat paladin. And so if you level up all of your paladins, I've talked about before, you level them up naturally. Don't use a Master Seal. Level them up without the Master Seal. Get those stats between whatever level, and then level 20, and then 21 class change. And then all the way up to level 20 Paladin. Those Paladins are going to have higher stats than Titania. And so his issue is he doesn't have any Paladins except Joffrey and Titania. And Titania is the weakest Paladin in the end game. And so if you actually take the time to level up Kieran, Astrid, Makalov, and Oscar, all the ones he's lost, which are the most powerful in the end game, and you equip all the occults to them, and all you need is like maybe 2 or 3 paladins up there where all these dragon lords are, in defending. As long as their defense is decent enough, you equip them with hand axes and javelins, they're going to continuously attack and counterattack both directly and indirectly, and continuously heal themselves. And it's going to make sure that you kill these dragon lords. So like he only has 1 unit up here, and this unit, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't believe he equipped the occult to Joffrey. I think he still has the original ability equipped where he's getting double XP. So that's the thing. His weapons are going to break on Joffrey, and these dragon lords are going to box Joffrey in. So Joffrey is going to die. So he has a couple choices he can do. He can either decide to hurry up and rush the rest of the game, but with Ike being such a low level, I don't think Ike's going to be able to take out the boss by himself. He has to now rely on Braum, which is all the way down in the bottom left. So now he's going to have to deal with these endless battalions of paladins coming out every other turn next to the castle. So now he's in a huge fucking bind. So the only way he can do this is he's going to have to send someone over to rescue Joffrey, because they're likely going to box him in. And he's also going to have to send, I don't know, Mist, which is asleep. Mist is asleep. Or Queen Alencia over to heal Joffrey, to keep occupying them, and then come and dance next to Queen Alencia to get her out of range of the Dragon Lords. Right? So I can already see, no matter how we cut the pie, he's going to be in a really big fucking bind in the next couple of turns. It's likely these Dragon Lords are going to come down and just fucking, like, roll his ass over.
Gosh, you're not going to be able to tank forever, because enemies will deal damage to you. Yeah, his strength is not good, so he's not really dealing damage, but he's going to knock these guys into healing mode, which might be terrible, because that might mean they all swarm the castle. So I'm actually a little bit worried about that. But yeah, okay, he's boxed in.
Yeah. Yeah,
he has 29 defense. The Night Ward is keeping him alive right now. If all of these were Wyverns dealt 2 hit points of extra damage, he probably would have been dead now, I think. Lol.
Yeah, you're screwed, dude.
Yeah, this is actually kind of scary.
I hate to say this, you are screwed.
Oh, do not press wait. Yeah, so this is the second phase of Clash.
Yeah, Joffrey's taking one for the team.
Jill needs to get and kill that sleep staff before it puts another one of our guys to sleep.
Yep. That's what you should have did the last turn, but, you know.
We created the like I give a fuck of me. We did. Okay. So that's the sleep staff dealt with. I think that's the last of the status staff, actually. And if we shove with Taronio, this adds a little scary, though, because there's Halberdiers. I gotta make sure that Volk doesn't get killed by these guys. 20 damage, 50 damage.
So he's not good enough. If he does that, he's gonna have to use another unit within range of Volk.
Raison's about to undo his Super Bird. I might be able to get Ilinsha in range of Mist, but that means Ilinsha will stay here, which could be absolutely devastating, and we probably don't want that. But Ilyana might be in range. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She is. Phenomenally, she is actually in range.
This is rough.
Okay. Yeah, there really is no... We gotta fight. Like, we gotta fight these guys. There is no retreating from this. But, most important thing is that Ike lives. With Silverblade, he actually deals very...
Okay, Ike's level 15 Lord, so... he's got 5 more levels before he gets caps at level 20 here, so I guess that's not too terrible. It's like you should really have Ike level 20 and all your characters as high as level as possible. Now, I've talked about this before. The levels don't really mean shit in Fire Emblem. We've seen this before, so in one of my live streams, I showed you how Titania was 7 levels higher than Oscar, and their like overall stats were the same. So like, you can have a unit that is several levels higher than another unit of the same class, like Oscar Paladin compared to Titania Paladin, and that higher level character can actually have much lower stats than the lower level character. So the stats really mean a lot more than the level do. Especially when you're doing randomized like what he's doing.
Good damage.
Randomized instead of fixed stats.
It's not really safe for Raisin to go up here and dance, I think. Oh, she has 6 move, so she'll need a shove. But that's why Ronald's so goated. That's why Ronald's so goated. Yeah. Well, Shinon can't do much in the situation, but... Well, actually,
Ooh, nice.
I'll take that back. Turns out he can actually do something. Yeah, we gotta restore mists. Thank God you can still trade with. Thank God you can still trade with sleeping units. Heal Joffrey. I might use the Ashera staff, honestly.
Nice,
because,
nice.
I need.
Nice. Did you guys see what he did there? He used the restore stave on Mist, who was asleep. So that was a really good move. He saved his restore stave, or he bought a new one or something. So he had a restore stave. So the restore stave does a couple things. So if you're poisoned or asleep, it will restore the condition or remove the condition that is afflicting that unit. So that was a really good move there. So that alleviated one of the big flaws he made here. So he's now able to move Mist out of that area. He no longer has to have units blocking Mist in there to protect her and keep her alive.
Need to heal Joffrey. Or maybe I'll just use Physic. Yeah, I need to check ranges. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if Mist can get close to him. I think it is actually a Sheriff Staff time, yeah. I really do think so. If I'm going to do that, then I'd like to... okay, so we need to form a wall here. I think it has to be a wall like this, honestly. I really would like for Rayson to be part of this. To be fair, Rayson's avoidance is godlike, and when he's next to Ike, he might actually be fine. So I think we actually need to go balls to the wall here with Rayson and actually have him be part of this. So, yeah, I think so. I think we gotta have Rayson on the front lines. As much as I don't like it, we need a Super Bird right here. So let's start. Let's, first things first, let's,
Okay. I see where you're going with it. Nice.
Yeah, and he supports with Ike. He supports with Ike. That's huge. These fucking paladins are so incredibly bulky, man. Yeah, paladins have bows. Most of them have bows. Not all of them, but some of them do. Okay, she got... Okay, very good Blast Titania level. And if I want, I can give her Bryce's Speedwing to cap her out, if I so wish. Which I think is definitely worth doing. Not that I don't really think a speed transfer for Titania matters that much, though, in Radiant Dawn, but yeah, this is a capped Titania, ladies and gentlemen. Look at her. To anyone who says that she falls off, no. She stays good throughout the entire game. And she has Soul, so this is a solid Titania. One of the better ones I've had. Alright, Boyd will need to go here with the Silver Lance. Har's going to use the bonk to kill this guy. This Titania has been the MVP of my heart, Mangs. She better get a shout out in the unit review. Oh, yeah.
He's actually doing really well. Like, just overall really well.
And then we put Boyd here. Silver Bow, maybe? Oh, that's disappointing. So Boyd doesn't double, but it's fine. He doesn't need to. All right, Boyd level. Are we? I'm very curious if he's going to cap skill and speed. Speed, defense, rest. What is the warrior speed cap? Is it 25? 26? It's not that high. So, but yeah, it is indeed going to be Rayson on the front lines here. 27, okay. 28. Getting conflicting reports here, chat. 27. So 3 more speed levels. Probably not going to happen, but... yeah, Ike needs to be next to Rayson. That's very important. I'm gonna Ashera Staff after my units have made their moves, because I want to make sure that if I take any damage while attacking, I want the Ashera Staff to heal that. It's better to wait. Unless I need to make an engagement, you know. Ooh, this is too tempting not to do, I think. The Hammer'n is on Ronulf, I think. It's going well. Yeah, I've only lost trash units so far. But we'll see. Things can still go very wrong, as you guys are well aware. As you guys are well aware. Oof, I completely forgot about this general right here. If only Janaf. If only Janaf. Yeah, can Titania kill him with a hammer? Ooh, no. Okay, that's bad. I might have to use... No, I can't use the sleep stuff because I have to use the Ashera Staff. Stefan, you think he can kill a general? You think he can kill a general? That's cute. But Braum might actually be able to go back and tap this guy. Of course, that means a bunch of tigers, but he might have to. He might have to.
Stefan might if you had left the...
We'll see. Maybe Titania crits.
So yeah, he's basically mocking someone in the chat that said Stefan against the general. So he really hasn't leveled Stefan up a whole lot since he's gotten him. So if you had leveled him up, just a few levels, and you left the Vague Caddy equipped to him, or even restored it with the Hammer'n Stave, yeah, Stefan is actually badass against generals. like especially with his ability. So he can do up to 10. I believe it's up to 10 strikes. So I believe he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does 6 with his special, I believe. I believe it's either 4 or 6. I can't remember. And then he almost always gets that every single turn. And then his evasiveness is off the charts, especially if you equipped a light sword like the Vague Caddy, or like a silver sword, or an iron sword, or hell, even the slim sword. And so, yeah, he's very tough to hit. So he almost never gets hit by armored units, including generals. And so, yeah, he's an excellent unit to take out armored generals. Excellent.
4%. Weirder things have happened, chat. Ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. Okay, there is a bow guy here that can attack Rayson. This terrifies me. 8290. He has about a 30% chance to just kill Rayson. Unless, of course, I put Janov in front. And Stefan in front, which I probably will do. Keep in mind, I will use the Ashera staff this turn, so...
Okay.
So definitely will do that, I think. I think I might just shove Rayson backwards. Because I don't think this guy can go like... No, he cannot. So, yeah, I'll shove Rayson backwards.
Alright.
And I'll put Mists. Mist is also... And she also supports Void. We actually have Void on the front lines now, which is scary.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, Volk can... No, he cannot kill here.
What are you doing over here,
might
man?
be able to do
there you
something with a heavy spear here. Why not? I'm going to use the Ashera staff because I need to heal Joffrey, and Stefan is injured. There's a bunch of units that have taken damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to trust that Volk does not get attacked
I would
this
just
turn.
keep him out of...
I also have not used the Lynch shot. So... Nor have...
So I've talked about this before. So Volk has Shade ability, and so Shade basically means that units will attack other units before the unit that has the Shade ability. The problem is it's not a for sure thing. It's like it's a coin toss in the air, right? So you could have a unit next to Volk with Shade, and they can... It's a coin toss per unit. They are likely not to attack Volk, but they very well could. They very well could. It's a coin toss. You don't know. It's not a concrete ability that sticks. And so the thing is, it's important to have a character with Shade next to a character that has Provoke to help offset that coin toss. So that, if for some reason they decide they want to attack the unit with Shade and that ability doesn't kick in and they attack other units first, the unit that has Provoke equipped will help draw the units to that unit. So, I haven't checked out all of his characters, but let's hope that Braum does have Provoke equipped. Because if he doesn't, that coin toss takes effect, and they could likely attack and kill Volk.
I use Braum, so... I might as well take out this general. 1.5k viewers. Hello, everybody. I'm doing Clash. Rip Hammern. I might be able to trade the Hammern to Mist and then use the Ashera staff, but yeah, I need to check ranges for Mist. You guys are right. Seems like this is a safe spot for her. So what I can do here to ensure the Hammern doesn't get lost is I can do this. I guess at the end of the day, losing a Men's staff isn't a big deal. And then it's Ashera time. The staff is always worth it. Ah, shit, now she's no longer in support range of Void. Oof. Oh, well. More important to keep Mist alive, I think. Losing a Lagoon Stone is not the end of the world. Alright, we have absolutely everyone on range here. No sneaky Wyverns making their way around here. So, don't really want to move Alincia forward, but, it's nice to have an extra physic just in case,
Did you guys see that Paladin coming
leveling
down?
Killer Bow rank, let's go.
So
why isn't Khalil on the death counter? That's a very good point. I don't know. Why not?
Some of those enemies are already starting to divert away from Joffrey down to Queen Alincia.
Yeah, something weird happened to Khalil. Let me see here.
It'll be interesting to see what happens on it.
I'll fix it real quick. We can move every one of these one forward. Holy shit, Holy Guard can be on the death counter. That's cute. Actually have a thing for Holy Guard. Yeah, so I'll need to do this. And then Largo needs to go one step up, as does Bastion, as does Tanith, and then Khalil should reappear. There you go. Red alert, there's a Paladin going after a Lynch shot. She can outrun him, no problem. I think he's just in healing mode. They actually have a Holy Guard icon, believe it or not. Samson Camo, donor to $10. Second Kings to 24. That's the one I. Oh, wait. He sent me another one. Gold, 2 Kings, 224. So it's the one after the one you just read. I don't know what it says. Ball jokes are biblical. I didn't see the level up. What did he get? Ooh, boy, tanking on the front. Okay, what are they saying?
So this is right after they said, "Go away, Baldy." He turned around, looked at them, and called down a curse upon them in the name of the Lord. And then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. This is what happened.
Okay, they are actually going for a Lynch shot. I gotta get her out of there. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Let's go. Yeah, this kind of sucks a little bit. Having to watch this every single turn, but that's Clash. Bear Lagoose incoming. Can we fast forward Joffrey tanking Wyverns? I'll make a save state, because when you fast forward, it's very likely that the Dolphin Emulator will crash, but yeah, I can at least fast forward that. I think that's fine, as long as I make a save state first. I think it's probably a good idea to speed up the Joffrey tanking Wyverns, because it does take for fucking ever. But yeah, some of these guys are actually going for a Lynch shot right now. She needs to get the fuck out, so absolutely. Alright, they didn't go for bulk. That's nice. Yoink. Oh my god, look at his damage output, man. Whoo! Bonk. I do think I have an older version of Dolphin. I haven't dared to update it. I'm pretty sure Lynch can dodge. Sure. Well, Joffrey can kill like 1 Wyvern a turn, I guess, so that's something at least. Mangs shipping. It's iced tea, not Soylent. It's iced tea. It's not Soylent. God. Alright, Raisin's about to go non-Super Bird. So once again, we have to decide where do we dance. I think here, probably. Or where Boyd is now. Yeah, we definitely need to dance for multiple units, so. Okay, Boyd doubles the Sniper. That's actually nice. Check range, check range, check range, check range. I will eventually, but range doesn't matter really here. That's iced tea! Iced tea! Bro, A-rank bows for Boyd is so nice. What do you mean I can't kill? Alright, get an Ether then. Or not. Ow, my Fauci! I'm not drinking Soylent! It's iced tea! Iced tea! Janov. Oh, Janov could have gotten him. Yeah, you're right. He could have. No, actually, no. Janov is untransformed, so he can't really do shit this turn. Soy tea? Alright, let's see. Titania. Okay, she does double. I'm thinking maybe we dance here, actually. Because then we might be able to use the bonk. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to include Har in the dance. I'm going to trade the bonk to Titania. She doubles. It seems like you got this in the bag. Maybe. I mean, there's still a lot of things that can go wrong with Clash. You haven't even started seeing the reinforcements that show up on this fucking map. It is no joke. Reinforcements of this map are not fun at all. Yeah, Har might be able to Brave Lance, maybe. Quick Seize. Yeah, it's not that easy, my friend. Like, you can't just... Like, it's easy to say Quick Seize, it's hard to do. Ooh, that guy's actually on full health. That's not good. Can Jill kill? Ooh, that's not good. Maybe Asta or something? I don't know. Damn it. Oof. What about Braum? Oh, Braum can actually help. I think this should be enough for Jill to kill. Or maybe even Shinon to kill. Although we don't want Shinon to be as far up here. Yeah, because we need Super Bird dance for everyone here. Yeah, I'm using Clash Axe for accuracy at this point. Oh, that's a crit! This is actually Swedish iced tea. I've just poured it into a regular iced tea container. It's not as good as Norwegian iced tea, but it's cheap as dirt. Yeah, I know there's a paladin there. I'm gonna... Let's see if I can't get him. Let's see. Yeah, this little Pala right here. Don't think Ronolf. No. I could surround him. I think he only has a silver bow. Yeah, he does, so. I could surround him with a Lin Shuffle, people. You just gotta be careful about these two. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. We can literally surround him with weak units. We just gotta check ranges to make sure none of them will likely loop around and kill us. Yeah, this is actually fine to do, I think. Taronio is injured, though. I might... Oh, he's moved. Okay. Yeah, this might be the death of Taronio. Ooh, silence. You think your Lynch can damage to Paladin? That's cute. That's cute.
He did that for 1 XP point.
Blow him up. Surround that one guy. Don't let anyone escape. But yeah, I mean, if you can't kill him, surround them. Don't think we need to Lagustone with Janaf. I'll put Shinon down here, I think. I really want Mist to be in range of Boyd. I know that he is injured, but I care a lot more about Boyd than I do Stefan. Ooh, that's a brave sword. That is a brave sword, dude. He's gonna murder Stefan. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, he is. I need Ike to stay within range of Rayson. Perfect. I'm not gonna burn another Ashera Staff, unless I could hammer it, I guess. Maybe I should burn another Ashera Staff. But no, I just did something on Mist, so it's not possible anymore, I think. Don't really care. I mean, I could injure him, and in doing so, potentially put him into heal AI, which, I mean, that is a viable strategy. So I think that's actually what I want to do here. Yeah, that'll work. And we do have to move Ike forward. The question is just how far. This guy's a Lagoose Lance. He's not terribly dangerous. So I don't think I want the Swordmaster to go for Ike. But we definitely want to move Ike forward. I don't think Rayson is actually in range of anything this turn, so we don't need to worry about him. So I think it's probably safe to put... These guys will move, but they have steel weapons, so I'm not overly concerned. I think it's probably safe for me to do this with Ike. If I do this... 1, 2... No, there's no way I'm going to be in range to cease next turn. But I can at least do this. Let's reapply the Pure Water, just in case. Yeah, Stefan probably dead. Oh, that's an exact kill. Never mind. Okay, unit lives another day.
Lucky. So lucky.
Okay, unit still lives, guys. Did you kill all the bishops? Yeah, they're dead. Jokute on a 200 ARS. Who's the strongest Path of Radiant unit you could beat in a fist fight? I'm pretty sure I could beat Sanaki. Whoa. Aw, my sword has been beaten. Impressive. It's a moment like this that makes life worth living. I'm leaving for now, but truly, I do hope to see you again. Well, well, well. Good thing he just retreats. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, too. All right, Toronio, are you going to survive this? Oof. You are in assault range, but you probably will die. He just retreats. Yeah, he does. Oh, heal mode. Ether, ether, ether. Yes. Ooh.
Double special. That's crazy.
Well, I might beat Clash today. Oh! Ike the goat. That Silverblade got a lot of value. All right, Ike, get some more levels before the Black Knight fight.
Oh,
defensive.
One thing I notice he's doing, so he does actually have the Iron Blade equipped to Ike. I would not recommend that. The Iron Blade and the Silver Blade, those are heavier weapons. I just would not equip those to Ike. You have a much greater chance of getting hit by the enemies if you do that. Even level 20 Ike.
It's nice.
Would
Strength
not
is a little iffy,
recommend
though. I might honestly... No, wait, I just used the energy drop on her, so I can't cap Ike Strength. Ooh. All right, I'm going to do a safe state. We're going to do speed up. No crash, no crash, no crash, no crash, no crash, no crash, no crash. We did it. We did it. All right. Well, Joffrey, you are doing pretty well. All right. Is it possible to seize this turn? It might be. If we smite Grayson, I think it is indeed possible. If I don't know if we can kill the boss though. I don't think I want to risk it. I think it's better to mop up the enemies in the area, and then some of them are actually.
You better do
here.
it before turn 10.
Hey, Shinon, look, it's a straggler just for you.
Yeah, so he's got to do
we're
it
gonna probably
this
do
turn
one more
or
turn.
next turn.
This guy's on 4 HP. But yeah, can't use Ronolf here. Oh my god, Alicia. No. As fun as that would have been. Well, at least Har can take him out. How the fuck is Shinon still alive? I don't know, dude just won't die. He refuses. I might need to heal Joffrey. I don't know, actually. He might be okay. Yeah, we can zoom out to check enemies. I don't know what's going on here, but...
They're running.
Toronio just will not die. Maybe I should keep it that way. 816. I think if I do this with Toronio... No, it's not a kill. Unless I attack in melee. But that's scary. So I don't know if I want to do that. 15 damage. 19 damage. That's not a kill. So that means it's actually okay for both to do this. I'm a little sad I haven't stolen anything this map.
You did. You stole one item.
You don't need to kill these guys. It's experience, though, for units like Volk and Boyd and Har. Oh, I stole a Physic. That's true. I did steal a Physic. You're right, chat. But I haven't stolen any weapons. Like no silver weapons or anything like that, which is kind of what I was hoping to do in Clash, but... He's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's actually just kind of take our time and mop up here. Don't think we're going to Super Bird again, so... This Swordmaster needs to die. Yeah, so we're not going to shove Race in this turn. We're not going to shove Race in this turn, so... Let's see. Who can most reliably take out the Swordmaster? That would actually be Ileana.
So he's actually live streaming. This is him actually live streaming right now. So he's not doing a reaction of someone else's gameplay. But yeah, I was really excited to see this guy do this and see how he did it, especially with no paladins. So
Mangs, should have pulled back on the Wyvern spawn. Yeah. Okay.
I hope YouTube doesn't
Well,
take it down.
so.
I really want to.
Shoulda, coulda, coulda, woulda.
I really just want to see how this plays
I think
out.
the Boyd's probably the one we want to dance for this turn. His damage output is just so good.
Yeah, I can't.
Silver Bull Boyd is
I can't
just
verbatim.
a dream,
I can't verbatim copy someone else's.
Yeah, a lot of people are like,
content,
"Yeah, man, you remember that thing you did?
I have to put my
50
face on
streams
there
ago.
and
You should have
stuff.
done that." It's like, okay, I guess I shouldn't. Let's see. We have a lot of enemies to kill here, and I don't know what's the best way to kill them. Ike does not double. This Braum double. Nothing can double this fucker. I think 22 speed now. Oh, Ike doubled this guy. But Ike's damage output sucks. Does no one have a longsword? Man, things I never thought I'd say in Path of Radiance. Guess we can pray for Ether or something. We're gonna get Ether. Boyd has a poleaxe, yeah, but that doesn't one round. Damn it, man.
Oh, he's on turn 8 now.
Oh,
He's
the bonk.
got. He needs to seize on the next
Yeah,
turn.
Longsword was lost.
Otherwise,
Longsword
he's
might have
gonna be
actually
in
killed
trouble.
it. Rare case of Longsword actually being viable. Oh, we also probably got to set Mist over here to... Yeah, we got to set Mist over here to keep this guy contained. So, how many more can we kill? I think we can probably kill them all, actually. Yeah, Jill can take care of this guy. Yeah, I'm probably going to Ashera. I'm probably going to hammer in the Ashera staff if I use it another time, which I don't know if I will. Titania still being around and useful is crazy. Have you never played Path of Radiance before? This is not unusual at all. Titania's on your team until endgame. The only map she struggles a little bit with is the final map. But to be fair, everyone struggles with the final map. I might actually even be able to kill this guy now if I dance for Boyd. The runaway guy's in range? Oh, I need to double check. I killed 2 of them, so I think we're good. But yeah, you're right. I do need to check them. Yeah, there's one guy here. He's in range of Har, actually. Ooh, but he doesn't double, so it's fine, I think. It's fine. Okay, beautiful. Poleaxe goated.
Okay.
Imagine if Clash had ambush spawns. Well, I don't want to imagine that. No, thank you. Tronia doesn't need healing. He's not going to die to the general. We'll be fine. Where is he? Oh, Killer Lance. Oops. Well, it was nice knowing you, Toronio. It was nice knowing you, Toronio.
I'm pretty new to his stuff too.
There's no more enemies around this area.
So
That's fine. Oh my god, maybe we can see Alicia
I
burst from
subscribed to
Malco.
Mangs quite a while ago. I think maybe 1 or 2 years
Should
ago.
we share us that? Fine,
and
I'll share us that.
didn't.
Keep Joffrey and Thorin alive. Why
I
not?
forgot he existed, so he popped up on my YouTube
And then we can
last
hammer
week,
the share us that.
and I'm like, oh, I subscribed to this guy. I didn't know who he was, and I didn't realize that I've
Has
been
Joffrey even
subscribing
done
to him
anything?
for
Oh, he hasn't,
years.
actually.
It's just ever since YouTube removed the ability to get email notifications, it's like
Thanks,
I
you can
get
steal the kill
hundreds in
lens?
the
Oh, I can, actually,
YouTube,
you're right.
and it's like I'm not scrolling through hundreds of
Did
notifications.
Ileana end up with
every
good
day.
stats? Not particularly. I promoted her at 14 after several bad levels. Well, say what you will about Joffrey. He's gotten bow rank. All right, I'm going to save state and go for a speed up for Joffrey here. I think we've actually been able to reach the cast.
No, I'm not Ironmanning. I'm not Ironmanning Maniac mode Path of Radiance anymore. So I'm just doing it as a non-Ironman run, and then after that, I'm going to be going to Radiant Dawn, and then we'll do like all the different difficulty settings, and then I got something special coming on the channel where I'll be doing. It's going to be an Ironman gauntlet, so it's going to be Path of Radiance, Ironman, and then continued as an Ironman to Radiant Dawn. And we'll actually be doing 2 difficult setting tiers for that. So I think I'll start on Path of Radiance US Normal, and then we'll go over to Radiant Dawn Easy, and then I'll do it again from... I'll redo Path of Radiance hard US hard mode and then go over to Radiant Dawn normal mode, and then I'll probably Ironman or try an Ironman on Radiant Dawn hard. But in those 2 tiers of Ironman gauntlets, what I'll be doing is basically if my characters die in Path of Radiance, I won't be allowed to use them in Radiant Dawn. But I will also have the transfer, so if I cap their levels, we'll transfer that save data over to Radiant Dawn. That's something he hasn't done, but I'll be doing that on this channel
So we put a
here
paladin
in the next few weeks.
Just as I say that. Just as I say that. Yeah. Best timing, am I right? Oh, my Fauci. The Paladins of Soilers!
I also have the older games coming up as well,
What did the
so
general even do?
those will
He's
be on
running
this
to get
channel
a
here as
elixir, I
well.
think. Yeah, he's running for Bertram's elixir, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I agree. I can actually steal the kill lens with Coronia right here. Yoink!
Nice.
That's actually a
Okay.
good pick. Kill lens is a good lens.
Decent.
So, but yeah, where's the Hammer? I know it's here somewhere. Yeah, it's on mists. So, I guess we could actually give this to Lynchia, because the Hammer gives a crap ton of experience, but we do gotta mark these guys.
Yeah,
Most of these guys
dude.
steal lances, if I remember correctly. So
man.
Boyd can actually go ham here. If we want.
Just create a wall. Create a wall, and then send someone up there to finish the boss off, man. You just create a wall. Don't worry about fighting them.
Yeah, 3 kill lens.
At this point, you need to create
Let's
a
just fire
wall,
them.
block those
That's good.
guys off.
Ooh, is this going to be Boyd's time to shine if we put Boyd right here? Let's see. How scary are these guys? 110 hit. Boyd's going to have... Oh, he's going to have weapon triangle and everything. All of these guys have lenses. He can just go ham with the... Well, except for one guy with the silver bow. Which, I mean, that is... Well, I can always just be out of range of the silver bow guy, though. Is it possible for Ike to get... Oh, yes, actually. Okay, I'm going to run over here with Ike.
Yeah, but don't forget you're going to have all those
Actually, no, that's
sages
scary.
coming
I
in.
need Ike in my main army.
So I don't know if he's remembering, but you also have a bunch of sages that come out of the throne room, and just they like several of them have siege tomes and stuff. So you got to be careful of that if you're gonna rush a low-level Ike up there that way. So you're gonna have a bunch of sages coming out that are gonna surround the boss.
Check for stragglers on Joffrey. Yeah, this is the only straggler right here. Yeah, I think we will Void Blast these guys. It's a great way to get him some experience. He still needs a bit of experience to cap, so I actually think that's great. And yeah, I can just bypass these paladins by going like this. And we can bring Braum up.
Okay, decent.
Braum can leave this guy on 1 health.
Decent.
Void
Ooh,
Blast.
Yeah, get it.
It's not hard to help Joffrey? Maybe. That could actually be good experience for Har, yeah. But yeah, let's, yeah, we could send Jill and Har, actually, to help with Joffrey. Make sure he doesn't die. Can Titania pick up runoff? No. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is actually perfect. I don't really actually know why I danced for Titania there, but... Yeah, I think, yeah, we can, if we put Boyd right here, then that'll be out of range of the... Oh, this is going to be great. Poleaxe? Brave Axe? Oh my god, yes. This is going to be phenomenal.
What did he put? Poleaxe or Brave Axe? I didn't see it.
Can you smite? You can. Oh my god. Don't know why I did that. No reason, really. I just kind of wanted to. Okay. Titania here. Mist here. Void Blasts. Let's fucking go. Watch the Sages spawn. I mean, they might, but... Yeah, they're all gonna go for Void, and he's gonna wreck them. He's gonna wreck all of them. Okay. Check for Alincia. Nothing appears out of the ordinary here. Yes! Let's go, Void! Oh, Void Blast. Void Blast. Are you gonna steal the spare and then drop Rune Sword? I can do that, yeah. That would be nice. Oh my god, the Void Blasts. Ow. Dude, when do you see Boyd do this on Clash, man?
Never.
Boyd blasts.
Never.
Ah, come on, Boyd. More skill and speed. Ah, shit. They're going for Ike.
Oh, they're splitting. That's a good thing.
Okay, this was actually very risky. You can see even with support.
That's a good thing.
Lesson,
That's
like,
what
he's
you
still
want.
frail as fuck.
You want the enemy force split.
Boyd, yeah. Hoodly Doodly donated $10. Mangs, I want to know a minute ago I misclicked and turned and scale is above and Leonora and her posse proceeded to kill Lilith, Garam, Bjarka, Samuel, and Jaka in that order, and I blame you. It was PH who made that. PH made chapter 7. Blast him or like oh! Oh my god, this will never stop. This will never stop. Okay, 21 defense on Har. Yeah, I've taken a little too long, I think.
Yeah, you did. You took too long, man.
Pre-experience. I mean,
look,
that boy definitely can't.
Mangs, if you see this, which you may not, you're way above my popularity tier as a streamer. But if you happen to see this, you did take too long. Like, oh my god, like, oh, you with your team, Mangs, you could have 6-turn Clash very easily. I talked about 2 different ways you could have 6-turn this with your current roster of teams and the stats for your characters. And you made a couple mistakes, so even if you didn't 6-turn it, you wasted at least 1 turn. So you could actually be 1 turn more in advance, closer to that throne. At least 1 to 2 turns more if you did not 6-turn it in one of the 2 ways I explained throughout this video. I know you're more of an expert than me, Mangs, but like you're being too careful, and you should have made better use with your spaces, and you should have kind of pushed them a little bit further and created a blockade. You should have already seized the throne before this turn. That's why I say before turn 10, because now you got that little issue up in the upper right corner, and you got these paladins coming down. Now you are an expert beyond my expertise of Fire Emblem, so I'm sure you can finagle your way out of this and still do it. But I'm just saying you did make at least a handful of mistakes that I probably wouldn't have done myself. But your innovation in getting out of those binds is something that makes you an excellent Fire Emblem Ironmaner and YouTube content creator for Fire Emblem games. So let's see what happens.
That's out of the question, I think. It's a bunch of silver lances. Mangs said was all allowed Chapter 7 to be released. Fair? Fair? I might have to send in Braum, yeah. I might have to send in the Braum. It's boring, but it is...
Got it. Nice.
It is what I need to do, I think. Is he going to be okay? 29. I think he is. Yeah, I need to send in the Braum.
Yeah.
How many javelins? Oh, I only got 2 javelins. See, this is a Clash problem right here. So I'll need to go over here on Braum. I'll need to get him some more javelins. I think Har has some, or Jill has some, right?
No, don't do that, dude.
Oh, shit.
No.
I don't have any more javelins,
No,
really?
no.
Oh, Titania
You
has
need
some.
to...
Okay, that's good.
No. Okay, so this is another mistake he's making. So he's trying... So he's made a few mistakes in this run, and so he's trying to compensate for some of those mistakes But now, by doing that, he's making another mistake. So Braum actually needs to go up there and tank against these paladins. Or he needs to stay out of range of them. But they're going to come down anyway, and they're likely going to split. And so on the next turn, he's likely going to have a bigger issue than on this turn. Man. So he's trying to send Braum over there so he can trade weapons on the field and give Braum some more weapons, when really Braum just needs to go up there and tank. And see, at this point, I think the best compensation for the a few mistakes he's made in this run is to create a wall of tankers that will just block all those paladins. Just a wall. Take a completely defensive stance and build a wall of units to block them from coming down, and send your 2 or 3 of your most powerful units, or your reserve powerful units, such as maybe Ike and maybe Boyd. Use a Pure Water or a Ward on Boyd or something, because Boyd is not going to be a good defensive unit for that wall. Braum, Taronio, Titania, maybe Jill, and say, screw Joffrey. Leave Joffrey over there, because Joffrey, at this point, Joffrey doesn't need to kill those Dragon Lords. All he needs to do is stay over there. Even if his killer bow breaks, without a weapon, his evasiveness goes up. So he's unlikely to get hit and be killed. Plus, I believe he still has 2 Ashero staff uses left. So if there's any time in the game to use the Ashera staffs, it's you should use either all 3 in this chapter, or at least 2 in this chapter, and save 1 for the end game. Right? You don't even need the Ashera staff in the end game. Not even on a Maniac mode setting. This goes back to what I was talking about before. Maniac mode end game is the same as US hard mode. Like a lot of people don't understand this because they've never seen or played a US hard mode. But King Ashnard resurrects in US hard mode, which is the Japanese difficult middle setting. So they didn't make really a whole lot of changes for Maniac mode in game than what is the lower tier difficulty. And so if you can beat it on the middle setting Japanese or the highest setting US, then you can also do it on Maniac mode setting. And so that's why I say Clash is more of a game breaker than the end game in a Maniac mode setting. And so I just see him making another mistake here. But he did get a freebie on that Paladin, though. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's not too bad.
We need Braum.
He's trading, giving Braum a Javelin, and then
Flamelands Braum? No,
dancing,
chat. Don't start.
chanting for
Don't start with me,
Braum.
chat.
So Braum's going to have another turn here. There you go. Yeah.
Yep. It's going to have to be Braum
Very
once again.
good.
Even though he's capped, there isn't really any other way we can damage these guys.
But I want to see how the hell he's going to get Racing out of that low bind now. So Racing's exposed. So Racing's down there exposed. Is he planning on using Racing for the end game? Or any more in the game? Like at this point, in my mind, it's okay if Racing dies, but if he likes to overuse Racing in his dance, and that's part of his main core strategy for his runs in Path of Radiance, is using Racing and dancing, and using what he calls Super Bird, transforming Racing into Bird Lagoose form with those stolen Lagoose stones he got in Chapter 15. So, if Racing died right now in his run, would Mangs be able to legitimately still Ironman it? That's his core strategy would be removed if Racing dies. So let's see what happens, what he does with Racing here.
Physics Boyd killed a Paladin. There's a lot of Paladins in here, though.
Above. Put him
Grayson is in range
above.
of a bunch of Paladins. The Paladin needs to die, don't get me wrong, but Grayson also needs to... I might need to... Where's Ronald?
Rescue.
Where the fuck is Ronald? There you
Rescue
are.
Racing. Rescue Racing.
Why did I move Jill over here? That's so dumb. Yeah, we gotta get Racing out of here.
Okay.
And then I don't know if anyone can rescue Boyd. Har might be able to.
Okay. I don't think Jill has Savior on her. I don't think he did that. I could be wrong, but I'm sure he didn't.
If only I had Savior, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't want Ike to face all of these.
So yeah, he just said it. So I've talked about this before. Jill is a heavy unit. Jill is a heavy unit. So she does have good evasiveness, but against these Paladins, no, not really. Not really. And yeah, the flying units generally, including Dragon Lords, generally have the advantage of against Paladins, including evasiveness. But these are high-level Paladins. It's going to be hard to evade, especially with Jill now holding Rayson. So it's going to be really hard for Jill to not take damage. Now, Jill has exceptional defense, so she's not going to die, but if she does get hit, she will take some damage.
Guys, as you can see, Silver Lancers are still kind of scary against Ike, so definitely. I don't mind Ike taking a few of them, but they'll probably still go for Bomb, though. I don't think they'll go for Volk. I'd be surprised if they did. Tronio, maybe they'll go for him. If they do, that's fine. He can probably distract them a little bit. I am marking ranges. Don't worry, chat. Let's see.
Okay.
Check him off. He's good. He's got 29 HP. He's all right. Problem with Great Lance Har is we got Boadins over here. That's the problem with Great. And his defense is good, but it's not that good. We might have to sack Ranulf, honestly. Don't like it, but I might have to.
Okay.
Although I think they'll go for Braum over Ranulf. We'll see. I am marking range. I'm planning on killing this guy. Yeah, Ileana with Shade, they might actually not go for her.
No. Okay. That's fine. He's
he has a whole restore. What am I? Oh, he
he's
crit
being
anyway.
really careful with Boyd. He's being really careful with them.
Ranulf did indeed do his job. This is true.
Okay.
Get Boyd up. Ooh, I might also want to swap out. I also probably want Boyd to be able to defend himself against the Paladins in case they do go for him. And then, yeah, I'll do a Physic. Close range Physic, why not? Joffrey's fine, guys. He's okay. Oh, wait, there's 2 Paladins right there that I haven't marked. Okay, we're good. That scared me a little bit. But we're fine. We are fine, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so desperate right now, I just want all my units to be able to fight. I'm actually doing this with Jin. Maybe I shouldn't. Okay, they're going for Braum. It's fine. Alright, let's do speed up, because we know they're not going to damage Braum. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to speed up this. Again, always want to do a safe state before a speed up, just in case. But yeah, Braum is goated right here. He's dealing with them. I'm only safe stating because of crashes, because sometimes when you speed up, you get game crashes. Same thing here. Alright, we're still in it. Braum saved everyone. No one has stolen his elixir yet, which I kind of think is funny. But I think it might just be time for Braum to go and do this. LeBrom.
Come on. You got this.
LeBron James. Okay, we're going to give the Clash Axe, or maybe just a regular hand axe over to Titania. And let's actually charge forward and make a little bit of a wall here. So we start by putting Jill right here. Kill with Har.
Okay.
The best thing we can do now is to approach them, I think. I think there's another group of Paladins that will come in at some point, so... Strength? No, Har! You can still cap strength.
Yeah, so one thing I've noticed about Mangs, he says, I think, or he seems surprised. I think that's just, he's either, he legitimately has forgotten a lot of the game from years ago when he played it and beat it, or he just does that for attraction and part of his content creation strategy. But he knows. He's an expert in this. He knows that the Paladin battalions just keep coming out endlessly for 20 turns, every other turn. He knows that. But yeah.
Hard. You can still cap strength hard. Come on. You can still cap strength hard. Please. Come on now.
I wouldn't put him up that far.
You can still do it hard. So many fucking Paladins.
Yeah, you're about to have some more coming out, too.
Are no longer in danger. That's good. This Alinsha can... I can try and get Alinsha closer to Joffrey, maybe, for a heal?
No, don't. Just leave him. There's no need.
Are there any Silver Lances here I need to kill?
You don't need to kill him.
Just Steel Lances left.
Occupy him. Jeez, Pete's.
Braum has Provoke, yeah. That's why they tend to go for him. I think Joffrey will be fine, actually. I don't think these guys will be able to kill him. You're still going. I am, yes. Ah, he can't get out.
I keep saying if you leave Joffrey up
Don't
there,
like
even
having
if his
Ike over
bow
here, not gonna
breaks,
lie. I don't like it.
you know,
but
he's still occupying. And
Bows.
his evasiveness gets better without an equipped weapon. So they're not
if
going
I
to be
can
able
somehow
to kill
get
him up
Raisin
there.
in range,
in
of
the
putting
upper
Ike here,
right.
I think I'll be okay. Yeah, and I can. I'm gonna try with the Lynchia. We'll see if it works or not. Maybe she can get close enough to do a heal on Joffrey.
Maybe.
But I don't think he'll need it. Truthfully, I don't. Is map design always this bad in FE9? The late game is not always the best. Let's just say. Okay, I actually kind of okay. No, I need to keep racing within. I need to keep racing within Ike support. When is the second Wyvern reinforce? I think they have come in already. What turn are we on right now? We are on turn 11. I think there are reinforcements on turn 12, sadly. Annoying as it is. I should have shot back. I'm going to risk putting Volk over here. I really want to be able to steal the boss. I think some of them are going to... Yeah, they're going to take his elixir. Oh, so annoying.
Playing around with it too much, Mangs.
Okay, they're still going for Braum. That's great.
Playing around with it, man. Don't play around with it.
Mangs,
Just
you're
do
like
it.
a father for me.
Just
Aw,
do it.
where's your real dad? Yeah, they're still going for Braum. That's great. Provoke, working wonders. Also, I think his Javelin is low now, so that makes him extra likely. That makes them extra likely to go for him. I'm just asking, like, where is your father? Since you think I'm your father. I mean, you know, did he leave and buy milk and cigarettes? Like, what happened to him? Oh my god. Oh, it's a Lagoose bow. Shit. Oh, no. Oh, nope. This guy still goes for Braum. Who went out to get milk? He'll be back any minute. These paladins are no joke. They are not. Maniac mode paladins are quite something. Shadow, how much can you handle? Don't let 10 PLN. Should have healed Joff, put Demi-Ban on race. Person King, don't let $2. Joffrey carrying so much despite being a late unit. I like Joffrey a lot. Shadow Rogue, don't let $27.99. Mangs, Kaga is sending more reinforcements. You gotta get out of here. I feel the hand of Kaga on me. I really do. Norian Guy, don't let 5 chefs. It was Mangs that allowed Chapter 7 to be released. That's why I don't blame PH. Hey, man, that's not cool. Don't blame me for what PH does. Alright. I think Joffrey will actually be fine. Or maybe not. Can he get out of here now? I think he can. Yeah, he can. Ooh. Yes, he can. Imagine a Kaga to sign Clash. Yeah, there would have been Ballistas here, too. And a lot more status saves. Ronov survived 2 Lagoose bows. You gotta love double effectiveness, right?
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very
Bro,
nice.
Joffrey
Kudos
has
for that.
absolutely earned his paycheck today. Here's a heal, Joffrey. From the princess herself. Sudi Thunder donated $4.99. You looking forward to the Radiant Dawn Black Knight Micaiah escort mission? You know, that mission used to scare me a lot, but actually, I've gotten pretty good at that mission now. There is a way to do it where it's pretty much safe every time. So I'm not super scared of it anymore. I used to be terrified of it. I'm a little nervous, but there is pretty much a safe way to do it where Micaiah never gets put in danger. And to make it even safer, I am probably going to give her Resolve. When Micaiah has Resolve, the units that normally double her will trigger Resolve mid-Javelin, and the double attack will be negated. Because even as slow as Micaiah is, if you give her a 50% bonus to her speed, she'll usually be fine. So, can you seize this turn? I don't think I can kill Bertram this turn. We'll see. Making FE10 even more boring than usual? I mean, you know what's even more boring? Getting a game over and having to play Gaiden again. I mean, I'm going to do whatever I can to ensure Micaiah doesn't die. And Axum talks a lot about putting Resolve in Micaiah, and I actually think that is... Ooh, wait, you know what? Maybe I can actually steal some silvers. No. No, I can steal his elixir. Why not?
Good.
Why not? Toronio, being useful. What route are you going to play in Three Houses? Whatever chat votes on. I'm estimating Blue Lions will win. It tends to win out every time.
So he looks like he left Volk up there, so that enemy unit doesn't look like he can reach any other unit except Volk. Now I could be mistaken on that. He could be just in that Paladin's hazard zone up there, but I doubt it. So a couple hits from that guy and Volk will die. So let's see what happens with that.
Chat votes. Blue Lions and Golden Day are pretty popular too. I don't think Black Eagles is going to win. Probably. I like Blue Lions the best too. I think they have the best early game students. The Do for tanking and Felix for damage dealing. They're like a step above the other students, I find. Dimitri's pretty good too. And maybe Shinon can get a crit. Who knows? Yay!
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, Church is the hardest.
Okay.
So check my vote for that, just out of spite.
Not bad.
Yeah, Demetrius, insane. Although, I will say, Edelgard with that thing that lets her Gale Force is pretty damn good. Pretty good. Shut off. I know they're paladins, but really, dude? Oh, Ronald's really injured. I didn't even see that. Dang, I'm riding Clash. Yeah, I guess I am. Not by choice.
Yeah, so that is one thing. When you have a lot of characters and you're on a Maniac mode setting, it is very easy to overlook a certain character or a certain element of a character. Yeah, so overlooking low health on a single character can very easily happen because you're focusing on a lot of different things, just all simultaneously. So it is very easy, even for an expert like this guy here, to forget that one of his units' HP is low.
It just kind of happened. It just kind of happened. But I need the experience, so. Yeah, Ronald got hit by 2 Laguspos. He definitely deserves a heal. You know, I kind of get why people did double effectiveness. Why people remove double effectiveness. I kind of get it. I still think it's dumb, though. Is Mangs the Gisarda of our generations? Where have I heard that name before, Gisarda? That's not the first time I hear it. It's not the first time I hear it. This will be rough on your inventory next map. Don't you get some money after Clash? But yeah, my inventory is suffering, actually. I have not been stealing as actively with Volk as I should. Convicted felon? Vantage Battalion route. Oh, that's such a basic bitch build. Such a basic bitch build. I'm sorry. Oh, Vantage Rat Battalion. Oh, Vantage Rat Battalion. Vantage Rat Battalion. It's such a boring way to play, dude. Boring. That's what that is. Alright, should we just start working on him? Actually, what we should do is we should try and make him use his... I should have put a unit in range when he swaps to his spear.
Yeah, if Volk doesn't die by that paladin.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Come on, bro. You get up here, Bubba.
Vengeance Bernadette is a little funnier, I will say. When will you cosplay Solus? Yeah, Solus could be a cosplay, maybe. Fuck! Okay, fuck this, Clash. Nope, we're fucking, nope. Piece of shit, Clash. Oh my god, stop it, Clash.
So, I mean, I don't know if, like, he genuinely didn't know. So these, like I said, these paladins come out like this for 20 turns every other turn, starting, I believe, at chapter 8 or 9. Like, if you don't complete this in under 10 turns, you gotta deal with these guys. Just battalions of paladins for, I believe it's 20 turns every other turn. And so I find it hard to believe that he didn't know this. So, like, I believe he may be doing this for content purposes, like attraction, makes good content, like pretending to be surprised. I'm not sure. Like, I find it hard to believe an expert Fire Emblem content creator like Mangs didn't know that this happened. But yeah, he's close to the throne. He can actually finish the boss off and seize the throne in this turn before any of those paladins move. So let's see if he does that.
Fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, give me that spare. I'm out of here. Screw this. I'm going home. Nope.
Tank. Like I said, create a wall of tankers to block those paladins and use every character you can that's gonna chip away at the boss and then seize the throne, man. Just like I said, he's playing around with it too much.
I might not even be able to kill this fucker because he's got a rune sword equipped, and now I actually stolen his spare, which is. Oh my god! Yeah, he's so bulky. That's the problem. I might just have to wall this as much as I fucking hate to do so. I don't see myself killing.
Motherfucker! Look, I know Ike is not level 20, right? You're kind of worried about, but Ike has an extremely high chance of getting a critical and or a special on the boss man, and so that would be the absolute in. Like I said, he's made a handful of mistakes, but at this point where he currently stands, it's best to use Ike right now, no matter his level, not level 20. Bring him up there, do that. And this is why I say the Night Ring works exceptional on Ike in Clash for a couple reasons. One is to get Ike the fuck up near the boss, finish him off in under 10 turns. The second thing is to go and do damage on the boss and pull Ike back with that Night Ring. Like, he's sitting there trying to battle all the enemies on the field and trying to steal all the items he can and blah, blah, blah. He's playing around with it. Clash is not the stage to do that at. No, this is the hardest stage in the game, including over the end game, and I've talked about why many times.
Bertram, because he's just going to heal with the Rune Sword. If I try to rush all in on Bertram, these guys are going to slaughter my units next turn. There is only one thing to do, chat. There is only one thing to do. We got to kill him.
No, dude,
we got to kill him.
They're going to keep coming out. Are you a moron?
There is no better way to do it, I'm afraid.
No, Mangs, what are you doing? So, he's genuinely talking about killing all the paladins. Dude, so I think I now genuinely know that he doesn't know that these paladins keep coming out for 20 turns in a row. Like, he genuinely doesn't know this. Like, how the hell can a Fire Emblem expert, and I'm not trying to talk bad about the guy, but, like, you are one of the YouTube's best Fire Emblem content creators on the internet, and you don't know that these paladins come out like this for 20 turns in a row, dude? Come on. And you're talking about... So, if he follows through with this, if he actually goes and kills these paladins, he's going to have to do it for 20 turns in a row, just over and over and over again, right? Don't mess with it. Kill the boss right now. Seize the fucking throne. Oh, dude.
There is no better way to do it, I'm afraid.
Yes, there is.
I do have Super Bird, this is true, but...
There is a better way to do it, man. Come on, dude. Mangs, come on, man.
Order from King Garen, kill them all.
No.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Block. Create a wall with your tankers. Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna Super Bird for Ike.
God damn it, Mangs.
I have a save state, but I'm not loading the save state if I die. It's an Ironman. I'm using save states in case the game crashes.
Mangs, what are you doing? Mangs, you playing around with it, man.
Titania falls off so hard, am I right? I know, PH.
Dude.
I don't think I ever said that Titania falls so hard. I just said she might fall off a Clash. I think that's all I said. Okay, we gotta build sort of like a wall here. I don't like walling with Void, but I don't really know what choice I have.
Yeah.
Would you still love Titania if she was a worm? You never Nightward her? Yeah, I'm not good at putting Nightward on Titania. I have done it a little bit, but I have not done it as much as I should. Yeah, kill for Shinon. Maybe he'll get good in the final map, who knows?
Level 14 Shinon, that's not bad.
Ronald will die? No, he doesn't get doubled by Bertram.
I gotta piss, guys. Hurry up, Mangs.
Yeah, Jill's not really, Jill's not really doubling anymore. It's kind of sad. I should have. Imagine if I put the Speedwing on her instead of Ilyana. She probably would have doubled everyone on this map. All right. So now
there you go. There you go, Mangs. You got it.
We want to keep racing within range of Ike. In fact, I think actually a better wall here is actually to use that tree and put a unit northwest of or northeast of the tree. I think that's that might be a rest transfer for Racing.
Yep,
I think what we do now is we put Racing here. What we do is we put a unit here. Oh, this is okay. Yeah. So we can actually box them in. Yeah, we can box them in if we put a single unit like right here. That'll probably be Jill, I think. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, it's Maniac. And then we do one unit here, one unit here. That's simple, really. And Ike can go here. Just have Ike kill Bertrand. I mean, do you see how durable this guy is and he heals? It's not just something you can easily do, my man. Yeah, Bertram has 25 defense, he's got Throne bonuses, he has a Rune Sword that heals him. He's not someone you can simply just kill like that. It just doesn't work like that.
It can with Ike's special.
Yeah,
and
besides,
his
I want that Rune
critical.
Sword. I don't want him to use it up. Although he will use it once against...
Yeah, use Ike and then keep healing Ike with the Physic stave.
Oh wow, Brom's at 35 HP.
Dude, you can two-turn that boss and seize the throne right now, man. Come on.
Can we get Har into Jill range? I don't think we can.
Like, I think he's genuinely creating entertaining content. Like,
I wonder, does Toronio have a bot equipped with
he's
Bertram? I
playing
don't know if he
around
does.
with it
He
on
should.
purpose
He
to
might, like,
create
actually
entertaining
recognize him, I think.
content. That he's got to be doing.
Yeah,
that.
if my wall breaks, then a bunch of units are gonna die. It's pretty scary, actually. Oh, wow, Joffrey broke his bow. What the hell?
Yeah, you're out, dude. Well, at least he got out. I mean, it really wouldn't have mattered.
In fact, I think a lot of these guys will go for Braum. I will eat your soul. I think they will probably go for Braum because of Provoke. Yeah, look at that. Bertram is a scary boss. Like, it is not as easy as just killing him, you know? Yeah, they're all just going for Braum. We're going to speed up. They're all just going for Braum. I thought they might go for Boyd, but... So, we're good. We're good, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. I think we can actually kill these guys now and finally end this map. My goodness me. Yeah, the Vibrants are behind me, I know. Yeah, I still have to wall them, of course, but... Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's some weapons I can steal here. Let's see, Short Axe... Oh, Silver Sword! Perfect, perfect. This is why I brought Volk. A Silver Sword is actually mad nice. Did not need to use the Brave Axe there. Poleaxe would have been just as fine. Oh, okay. Well, Jonoff, please take some of my shit. Oh, that feels good. Silver Sword. Ike's gonna really, really enjoy that. That is actually so nice. That is so nice. Shame there isn't a kill tracker for this chapter. Oh, it's been over 100 kills at least. Yeah, Silver Sword is a goated steal. Don't think there's really anything else to steal here, but you know what I will do? I will probably let Har have fun with these guys, because he actually doubles them.
If he hits him.
Why didn't the Share wake up during this chapter? That's a damn good question. That is a damn good question. She should have totally woken up. This probably brought it close, though. But yeah, the entire world needs to be at war, which almost happened, but not quite, sadly. Sadly. Go to the wall, will not move. Although it did not move on, no. Sadly. I mean, yeah, we like war, right? Right, chat? War's fun. Ooh, Shinon kill maybe? Could crit. Very possible. Not great. I don't get people saying Talia story is bad. It's probably, I think the Talia stories are probably the two best stories, but I think they're definitely the best two stories. But a lot of people don't like the Blood Contract offline, which was a big retcon and very bad. They could have easily had given Micaiah another reason to fight the Grail Mercs. It wouldn't have been hard to make some bullshit up, I think. Oh my god. I did not think... I did not have Routing Clash on my bingo card this morning. But that's where we are. At least it's a ton of experience for my units. Yeah, the Blood Contract is an awful narrative. It is. Absolute dog shit. Abysmal dog shit, some would even say. How useful is Boyd going to be in the final map? Probably not very. He's probably just going to die.
No, he won't. Not if you do it right.
Probably not very useful at all, actually. We've been streaming for 3 hours. So that does include the intro and whatnot. So yeah, it's a long map. It really is. Yeah, I had to route. I could have rushed Bertram. It probably would have made for good content, but at this point, I'm not willing to sacrifice the gauntlet for a little bit of content. The safe choice was to route. May not be the most exciting choice, but it is the safest, so... Wait, what? Oh, right, yes, different weapons. What the? Oh, they're actually going for her. Nice. Yeah, going for Bertram is only safe when you have a capped Oscar. The only way to beat Bertram is to dodge type his Rune Sword, and that can really only be done with Earth Affinity. Because Bertram will heal himself for a lot of damage, because units don't really have rest in this game. At least not like physical combat units don't really have rest in this game. So unless you have a unit capable of dodging the Rune Sword, he's just going to keep healing, and that sucks. So Honda mode on 50 Donkey Kongs. People be hating on the Blood Pack because the real life equivalent is much worse. Shadow Rogue donated $6.99. I tried warning you, but my goodness, I wasn't expecting as much. Kagai's not holding back. No. Suti's Thunder donated $5. You know, Fire Emblem Warriors and Tree Hopes have classic modes too. True. Still not gonna play them though. I severely underestimated how long Clash is from Kandandaman. Yeah. Clash is it is a thing. Longbow Renning. You think Shinon deals damage for Renning? That's cute. Okay, another Boyd level up, ladies and gentlemen. Speed. Alright. Well, I guess it's finally time to take on Bertram. How do I do that? How are we going to take on Bertram, I wonder? Oh, Boyd got speed? I didn't even see. There is a chance Boyd can tap speed, yes. I believe if you level speed every level. That's not going to happen, though. No fucking way. Let's see... He needs to level speed twice to transfer. That's not going to happen, though. It's not going to happen. Just going to kill Bertram with Ike Silversword. It might come down to that, honestly. I think it might actually come down to that. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's bring Titania down here too for double support. Yep, that should be it, honestly. If we proc like 1 ether, then we should be pretty good. Yeah, 25 hit, that's good. Perish, perish. So you're Bertram, are you? Sorry, but I can't perish right now. Me, kill. What? Kill me, kill me. What's going on? Are you mad? Oh! Nice. Give me Rune Sword. Oh, release.
See, he could have did that all along, guys. All along.
Let's go. Ike. Well, we might get HP transfer Ike, which is kind of funny. But hey, look at that. Rune Sword Ike is back on the menu, guys. This is a great sword for him, actually. I got 15 magic on Ike. Pretty good. I think 1 Seraph Robe on Ike. 1 Seraph Robe. Alright, just making sure there's no, like, sneaky enemies. Not just 1 Wyvern. I'd laugh if this game did an ambush pawn now. I think there might actually be even more reinforcements. I think there's like some group of paladins on turn 16 and stuff like that, but fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. Yep. Yeah, we're not Clash. I swear to God, Clash. Are you fucking no. No, we are not fighting anymore.
Yeah. Just sees. Oh, he's trying to get her some
oh yeah,
XP.
it is deranged. Well,
a little bit of XP there before he seizes the throne.
maybe Hart can get 1 final kill. He can actually.
Not bad, man. Not
I'll kill
bad,
1 with Boyd.
Mangs. For all the mistakes
Although,
he's made,
at this
that's
point,
a pretty
Gear
damn
might
good
actually be more important to me.
Maniac mode, Ironman run for Clash, man.
Let's see. Is there anything to steal, or do they just have single weapons? Yeah, nothing to steal, sadly. Yeah, no stealables. Route. Route. Oh, Shinon. Training Boyd, really? Yeah, I will say, Boyd definitely became useful. I'll give him that. All right, so if I smite Raisin and we shove Shinon can go over here, and then Veronia can go over here, and then we can dance. I'm pretty sure Shinon has S rank in bows now. I'm gonna double check though. Let me double check. He does. He has S rank in bows. In fact, he's doubling now. He is doubling right now. Watch Max press wait instead of C's. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're actually gonna get double bow Shinon. Believe it or not, we're actually gonna get double bow Shinon. If we can catch the thief with the double bow, that is. That is no guarantee. If this doesn't kill, Ileana can kill. Single digit damage with the effective weapon. Yeah, that's Path of Radiance for you. Double effectiveness is the shit. I can still level her Thunder Rank. She's got C rank only. Okay, I think that's actually it. Let me make absolute sure that I cease. I'm a green unit. Sir,
That was actually a really decent run. I stopped the video. I commented on things that I thought were relevant. He did make several what I would call mistakes, choices that I wouldn't have made. But he compensated for it very well, like he usually does when he doesn't do things I think are the best move. So he did a really, really good job, guys. Just all around, great compensation for when he makes mistakes there, and he rebounds really nicely, and he, you know, smooths out all loose ends really, really well, guys. So that's Mangs for you guys. I'm no way representing Mangs. I tried my best to have the video cam overlay and stop the video and comment as he was doing this live stream. So hopefully YouTube doesn't take it down. I'm trying not to copy his content verbatim or copyright anything like that. And even though me and my company Game Master is not representing Mangs, I do want to credit him because we did comment on his Maniac mode Ironman run for Clash in Path of Radiance here. So go ahead and check his channel out here on YouTube. That's Mangs. He's a very popular Fire Emblem content creator here on YouTube. And again, my name is Kyle Owens, and this is my company Game Master. I gave him a thumbs down because he was late coming to the stream. So we're going to undo that thumbs down. We're going to go ahead and give him a thumbs up. And yeah, let's go ahead and cut this stream, and then I'm going to get to my own streams now.